Hello? Hello? Hello, TM. Hello, Silver. Hello, Ash. Hello, Atheist Paladin. Hello, Early Boopings. Hello, Dusk. Hello, congrats, Boop Champ for the day. How does it feel? Greenwell, greetings. Hello, Nixie. I am not a refrigerator. What are you talking about? Hi, game guy. Poor Greenwell. Whoa. Hello. How is everyone doing today? I'm sorry. I promise I'm gonna get on top of my scheduling. Right now, things are pretty chaotic because I'm pulling long shifts. I'm pulling long shifts at work, longer shifts, to try to meet a deadline. And then, but that's not my excuse today. That's not my excuse today. My excuse today is that I went ahead and I cooked dinner for myself tonight. I cooked food because, remember last week I'm just like, I don't have time. I don't have time to make any dinner. I don't have time to cook. I forced myself to have time. I forced myself to have time. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna cook. I'm gonna go make myself some food. I made myself some spaghetti and I ate too much. My tummy started hurting. I'm just like, man, I haven't been this fulfilled before a stream. I am like Kirby rolling around on the floor like blah, blah, blah. That's my excuse for today, but I will get my schedule situated. It's also kind of a little bit taxing because I've been doing a lot of streams this week. I've been doing a lot more than I usually have been. Usually I only do the Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Like I only stream like 3 days a week, usually. But you guys have been having me for like I'm gonna be streaming like 5 days this week. You guys have me for 5 days this week. Let that sink in. Like I'm tired. Gundam cos. Oh no. You want me to pull out the Gundam cosplay? Is that what you guys want? We're doing that again? Where is it? You're gonna make me pull out my Gundam cosplay. Well, dick, what is that? Hello? Files? Program? We'll let that load because that should not only be one folder. There they are. I'm just like, hello, drive. There's not only one folder in there. Where is it? Where did I put this sucker? Go make me pull it out. Did I put it? Did I put it in my assets? Oh, there's the top. There's the headpiece. Oh yeah, there's my headpiece. Thick. Wait. There you go. Wait. Nope. Stop. There you go. There's my headpiece. Where's the rest of my outfit? Why can't I be more organized with my cosplays? Where's my Gundam outfit? Where'd I put it? Where'd I put my fridge? Hello? Ow! Okay, well... Bad Beko? Pretty good, thanks for asking. Yeah. Stuff the Beko. Yeah, I'm so full of food. I ate too much. That's the most food I've had. I went back for second serving. That was a mistake. Going for second servings was a mistake. Because I was just like, man, I could eat another bowl. Makes another bowl. Man, I'm too full. I can't eat another bowl. What was I thinking? I wasn't. That's what. my tofu. Where's my fridge? I've also got a song stuck in my head that will probably forever be stuck in my head. I don't think I will ever find sanctuary from this song. I will never find sanctuary from this song. From that money don't wiggle wiggle, it folds. I will never find sanctuary from it. It will never go away. Nope. I think I lost my cosplay, guys. I lost my cosplay. You know what I did find, though? I found some soup. Can this soup go behind me? Oh, no. No. How do I make it go behind me? Cooks will recognize that soup. Yeah. Put me in some soup. I'm in a barrel of soup. Beko soup. Spoonfed not out right now. You won't get rid of Spoonf that easily. Wow, Spoonf, hello. Oh wait. Sorry, hello. I don't know what agitates the headache. Is it the loud noises? Hi, how are you? How are you? How are you feeling? I'm glad that your head feels okay right now. Please take care. I was gonna message you. I think if I still hadn't heard from you over the weekend, I was gonna message you over the weekend. How does one lose an entire fridge? Well, because it's running. I didn't catch it, guys. I didn't catch my own fridge. I left it running. But wow. I'm stupid. What? Why does Beko have berries on her head? Because you guys were demanding for the cosplay. You guys were demanding for the cosplay. Which, searches frantically. I could have sworn I had put it in my assets folder. But I guess not. Vtuber, drawing, pictures. Ha! Twitter. Oh, I think I found it. There it is. There's my cosplay. There we go. There we go. Now I am Voltron. Are you guys happy? It was in my Twitter folder. What? Gundam Beko. Yes. It's fine. Spoonful lower volume if it starts hurting again. I'm sorry. I am the cause of the migraines. It's part of the side effects. This is why you need your doctor's prescription. I cause migraines, guys. Spoonf has been here long enough that he started to feel the ill effects. This is what happens when you guys don't have a doctor's note. Spoonf's trying not to worry people. Yeah, take care. Cleanse yourself. I know. Cooks recognizes that old meme. Gundam cosplay has been lost. I found it. It's here. Spoonf felt back of his neck has been inflamed muscle. Yeah. If your neck is not, if it's out of alignment, it can cause migraines, pinched nerves and all. I told me about it. Because I know someone that has that issue. I told them they should get one of those lumbar neck pillows that should try helping realign your neck. She found it. Gundam Beko. You fear me? Haha. Sing first one. Nom. 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 Can you guys hear the dog? Can you hear the neighbor's dog? Let me, yes. Yo, so, yeah. This dog, yo, guys. This dog, it's really ravenous and loud and stuff. And I swear it's like not trained at all. Because even my neighbors like scream and shout at the dog. They go, "Oh my god, just shut up," to their own doggies. And it's like they have a sign out front that says security dog, but then I hear the dog go crazy downstairs and the owner's screaming at it, and I'm just like, I highly doubt that's a security dog. I think that's just wild dog. Anyway. It's not loud. I've heard it go off at like 3 o'clock in the morning sometimes. Just faint woof woof. Woof 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 woof. You experienced pain once. I did not like it, so you had decided not to do it again. Yeah, that's how do you say? Conditional learning. You experience conditional learning, atheist. Very good. Here's a treat. That's operant conditioning, actually. Operant conditioning? Thought it was my dog? No. Hi, Kayubi. Welcome, Kayubi. How are you? What? Bako. What? Kayubi? Am I saying it right? Blah. Welcome. How are you doing today? Oh, don't mind me. I'm just wearing my Gundam cosplay. Oh, This is I am Wing Beko 0. Wait, how much was that? Just 5? Thank you, Rebel Dub. Thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs. You are the Wailord in the tub. Thank you, Silver. Hello. Has been getting visits from his neighbors. 1-year-old Dane. Oh, Great Dane. They don't seem to know how to train him to not run off, but he's a sweetie. Aww. Great Dane do what Great Dane do. Excitedly does what Great Dane wants to do. Marmaduke, like Marmaduke. Just finished some homemade garlic bread. Oh, Pix or it didn't happen. Homemade garlic bread? Yo, garlic bread. There was one time I tried making garlic bread from scratch, right? I got like one of those loaves that you buy from the store, the big loaf. I cut it, or like cut slices into it, and I did the recipe that I found online where it's like a cheesy garlic mozzarella bread sort of thing. So you like stick cheese in between the cuts of the bread, and instead of using like garlic powder, I had the idea of like, wow, let's just do it all from scratch. And I got like a whole clove, like a whole, what do you call it? Bulb of garlic, chop that sucker up. Every clove in that bulb, chop that whole garlic and put it in there. Did you know if you use enough garlic, it turns spicy? I didn't know garlic turns things spicy. It was really spicy. I was expecting, oh yeah, it's gonna be super garlicky. It's gonna be like, oh yeah, nice. Super garlic bread 2000. Oh yeah, it was super garlic bread 2000 with a kick sauce of spicy. It hurt to eat. It hurt to eat. You just want a mediocre Dane? That would suffice. Tiny Dane. Miniature Dane. Miniature Dane. Is there such a thing? Have they made a miniature Dane? At that point, you might as well just get a smaller dog. Because these certain breeds were bred for their certain characteristics. So it's like, You want a Great Dane, but you want a wiener dog size? Like, get the wiener dog. Playing with your mother's snack-sized doggies? Oh, snack size weenie dogs. Garlic is spicy, yes. Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know garlic was spicy. Now I do. I've had so much garlic things before, though. Like, I like garlic bread. I like garlic fried rice. I like garlic ramen. But I didn't. There's like a fine line, right? Because all of those things have a ton of garlic in it. All of those things, like, well, I mean, my mom tells me that I cook with a lot of garlic. I cook with a lot of garlic. Because like garlic fried rice, I think my mom only puts like one bulb. Whenever I make the garlic fried rice, I put like 4 or 5 bulbs in there. And my mom, like, I thought it tasted normal. Like, I liked it. I'm just like, garlic fried rice. My mom's just like, you put a crap ton of garlic in there. I'm like, what do you mean? It tastes good. She's like, yeah, when you make it, it tastes good. I'm like, what do you mean? How much do you usually pick? She's like, just one. One's enough. I'm like, oh, it's not garlicky enough. Needs more. Garlic, the flavor. Beko, eat a whole root of ginger. Yo, I know ginger is strong. Ginger's pretty strong. That's really strong. Even just doing like slight shavings of fresh ginger, that's like whoop-pow, whoop-pow, right? That's spicy. When you add garlic, once you think you've added too much, add a pinch more. Yeah. Because too much garlic does not exist. I thought so too, atheist. I thought so too. Until I made that garlic bread, okay? Until I made that garlic bread. It was too spicy. It hurt. It was like, I don't know. It was a whole nother level. I can't even describe it. It was just pain. Like, it wasn't even like hot sauce, like, flavor, like sort of like, it just hurt. It was just pain. And everyone else that ate it was just like, oh my God, like, ooh, it's too painful. But Becca is stronger. I'm like, I can't taste garlic unless it's in copious amounts, but that was too much. That was way too much for me. Beko snack on garlic. I don't eat it raw. I think that's one thing that I don't like about garlic ramen. Fried garlic. I'd be intrigued. Fried garlic chips. I think I've seen that somewhere. I think I might have eaten some actually. But that was something that I was interested on, right? Wait, what was I saying? No. I don't like that about garlic ramen. It's like they just grab minced garlic and toss it on top the ramen. And I genuinely don't think it does anything for the ramen other than just adds garlic bunches to it. So then when you get down to the broth, it's hard for me to drink it because then there's all these garlic pieces swimming in it. And I'm just like, I don't want to have like a mouthful of like garlic pieces. I just want to drink the broth because the garlic ramen already gets its garlic flavor from the black oil that they do. Like that's like the oil. It's usually like the garlic ramen is usually black because they burn the garlic and then they mince it up and add oil to it or something like that. So they get garlic oil and that's what they add to the ramen. That's where the garlic flavor comes. And then they dollop a huge spoonful of fresh chopped garlic right on top just for the sake of it. And I don't think it adds anything to it other than makes it difficult for me to enjoy my broth at the end of the meal. Too much garlic. Fix yourself. So Spoon should suggest garlic chips to Throne. Does that actually exist? Is that actually a thing? Garlic chips? Is that a thing? Like, you just eat that? I know there's like dried garlic you can get as an ingredient. Dried garlic chippies. Oh, there's benefits to it. Ooh, that looks tasty. That looks like something I'd eat, actually. Are they healthy? It is also enriched with vitamins, minerals, and several other healthy nutrients. It is a healthy chippy chip. Bring it. Is it spicy? Probably. No, probably not. Yeah, it's a thing. I guess you could. Shoves a marshmallow into my mouth. I have a tiny bowl of marshmallows in front of me again. I have to make sure to water myself down. Spoon flakes them? Garlic. Garlic. I like garlic rice. I'd make it more, but you have to... It only tastes good when you have fresh garlic. But then the parental figures stopped getting fresh garlic, and they would get the garlic that's in the jars. So it's sitting in this water juice, garlic water juice in the jar, and it makes the garlic taste sour. I tried making garlic fried rice with it, and it just tasted sour, and I didn't like it. I was just like, it's the water it sits in. I don't like it. Sure, you can use it. Use it to anything else. But like, the integrity of the garlic fried rice tastes different when it's fresh garlic versus garlic jar. Beko, more water. Stop eating. You already eat too much. It's my dessert. This tiny bowl of marshmallows, my dessert. Nom 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 nom. I was stressed. I find that I stress eat the marshmallows when I'm like, just start plopping them into my mouth. Like, ah, 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 ah. It's the styrofoam crunch that satisfies me. I think I was craving popcorn the other day. I've been wanting something crunchy, which is why I think yesterday... No, was it yesterday or the other day? I was craving fried chicken. I wanted fried chicken. I'm craving crunchy stuff in my life right now. I don't know what to do with myself. I think I ran out of chips. I need something crunch. I need to gnaw like a little beaver. I'm a little beaver. I need to chew on something that's crunchy. Shoot the garlic juice. That'll show them. What do you mean by shoot it? I try to like extract all that water, garlic water from it. I still don't like it. I think I've like tried to like eat the garlic. Like, I took a little nibble of the garlic straight from the jar, and it straight up is kind of like pickled. It's like pickled garlic, because it's been sitting in its own juices. It's pickled garlic. Styrofoam crunch. Yeah, I like the styrofoam crunch. When I get Peeps, you know how everyone's just like, Peeps, right? And they want to eat it fresh. I like Peeps, and I let it sit there forever until it's dehydrated and gets crunchy hard. And that's when I like to eat my Peeps, when they've become dehydrated. Like the Lucky Charms marshmallows. It takes a while. Do you have a pick? Pick of what? My marshmallow? Unpopular opinion. Peeps bad Easter snack. Peeps? Peeps are too sugary. Who enjoys Peeps? What do you mean? Why do they sell Peeps so often if nobody enjoys Peeps? You want a bowl of my marshmallows again? You guys keep asking for my bowl of marshmallows. There's only so many ways I can take a picture of a bowl of marshmallows. There's like, it's like a reoccurring thing, a reoccurring picture. I think I have like 3 pictures of marshmallows in the Discord now. There's my bowl of my tiny bowl. It's the medium-sized bowl this time, not the large one. I think the other day I did a large bowl. I should start doing the smaller bowls, the smaller taster bowls. They had Oh my god, they had what was it? Was it Pepsi? Was it Pepsi or Coke? Where they had peep flavored Coke or Pepsi or something like that. I wanted that so bad, but in order to get them, you had to like do some sort of Instagram picture to like earn them, and I think there was only like 300 that was made, and I was like, "Damn, I would want to like win two copies of it. That way I can have one to save forever because they only made 300 and the other one to taste it because I'd be curious. I'd be curious to know, but alas, I didn't have much Sag. Don't know what it tastes like. Correction, popular opinion. Oh, popular opinion, peeps are bad, but why do they keep making it? Hi, Admirable Poppin' Fresh. How are you doing? Yes, you guys requested the Gundam. I probably have to make this a redeem. I'm probably gonna have to make it like how do you say? A sticker save, like a favorite sticker save. That way I don't have to keep looking for my cosplay, my Gundam cosplay every single time you guys request it. Tail. Ah! I forgot! Liara on board again! I was like, I still have to get used to that being my new setup for my redeems. Let me get that open for you. Tail toggle. There you go. I'm still working on setting up my stream deck. Once I have my stream deck up, I won't have that issue of forgetting to open Leorin boards because it would all automatically open it up for me. Peeps are gross and just decoration. Yeah, that's true. I'm craving sour cream and onion grain waves chips. What is grain waves? Is that any different? Is that more crunch? More crunch, less crunch, or something? I've been trying to find healthier chip alternatives, right? So like um you know how they have like the veggie sticks chips? I've tried those. Those are all right. They're like, all right. I've tried what's another one? The snow pea chips, the harvest something peas chips or something like that. Those are good. Those are nice. I like those. Those are like crunch, crunch, crunch. I think the last crunch chips I had was the seaweed chips. I've had seaweed chips. Those ones are good. I like that. Now put on a gas mask and mining helmet with a headlamp and become the Beko. I'll have to make an outfit for that. I'll have to see what I can do with that. It's like candy corn bad. My sister actually liked candy corn. My sister was the only one that would eat candy corn. She liked them. It was Pepsi. They called it Peepsy. Oh yeah, that would make sense. I knows all of these weird flavor sodas and stuff. Genning Lagon. Yes, I approve. I approve. You guys ever make a s'mores with a peep? Don't do it. Why? It's still a marshmallow. Why? Why? What's wrong with that? What's wrong with the peep? If you want healthy, stay away from chips in general. Yeah, I know. Well, that's why I'm like, but I need the crunch. I need crunch, but I don't want like just chip, 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 chip. So like trying to find the healthiest chip that I can find. So far, I'm at like seaweed chips and the harvest snow peeps, whatever those things are. Veggie sticks are mostly potato anyway. Yeah. Spoonf has thought it may make them worth something. What? Traumatized? Of what? Oh, the s'mores. Pretzel chips are good. Ow! Man, I'm so like not in the pretzel. I don't know what it is. I mean, maybe it's because I've had one too many pretzels when I was younger, and I'm just like, pretzels, they have that like you know how, like they have that coating, that plastic. It's not plastic. I know it's not plastic, but like they have, what do you call it? The crust. Their crust is so smooth and impenetrable that like it doesn't absorb any flavors, right? So it's just like the salt. That's all you get. That's the flavor of pretzel. Impenetrable crust, inside breading, salt. Mm, that's a pretzel. They're all right. I think there was one time I had a good pretzel where it was like uh there was butter on the outline, but it was still on the crust, right? It was just butter on the crust. So like there was only so much flavor that it had. Pretzel chips though. I don't know. I'd have to try that. Nuts are better if you aren't allergic. That is true. I should try to get into nuts. I know I can't have pistachios. I can't have pistachios, but oh my god, words. I can't have words. I can't have pistachios. Hmm. Or at least I can. I can, but I've noticed when I eat too many, my mouth gets itchy. So there's probably a chance that I might be allergic to them, but it's not um life-threatening. It's not life-threatening. My mouth just gets itchy. I don't know if that's something that uh pistachios naturally do. Does pistachios naturally make everyone else's mouth itchy, or is it just me? Because I don't know if it's just the pistachio fuzz or whatever. If it's just something that naturally happens. You know, like kind of how when you eat too much pineapple, your mouth starts to itch or like whatnot, or like fuzzies or something like that. Isn't that something that happens to everyone? Like eating too much pineapple does something to you. Tastes like chemical berries and chocolate. The s'mores with peeps. Oh, I see. Grain waves are a chip brand here made of grains instead of. Oh, only local, or do they ship elsewhere? Dots pretzels are the best pretzels. Dots? Which one's Dots? Like Dippin' Dots? Pistachios. Pistachios. Stipachios. It's just me. Nobody else gets itchy mouth from pistachios. They make Spoom's tongue itchy. They also make Spoom's tongue itchy. Pistachios. Are you sure? Sounds like a reaction or something. So I might be allergic to pistachios. I don't know. I've watched someone eat pistachios like for like 2 hours, and then I have like 15 pistachios and my mouth starts getting itchy. So I don't know if it's just me. Bananas make your mouth burn? Really? Oh my god. I've never had anything do that to me. So are you allergic to bananas? If I eat too much pineapple, the lining of my stomach stings from the acid. Ah. That's so you get stomach reflex. Acid reflex. Spoonful never not eat pistachios but tongue itchy. I can have like 5. I limit to my I still if I see a pistachio, I'll limit myself to like maybe 5 pistachios. But I just know that every time I go binge in them, eventually my mouth starts itching really bad. It starts itching. I originally assumed it was something that just happened with pistachios, kind of like the thing with pineapples. But I guess not, because like the other person would eat pistachios all day. And they would never get any issues. Pineapples literally eat us back. Oh, it's normal for everyone. Okay. See? So yeah. Where did you get stomach from mouth? Wait, what did I say? Oh, the lining of your mouth? Oh, cuz you said from the acid, so I'm assuming like I'm sorry. I mean, it goes into your stomach eventually. Snickers bars too. Wait, what? You get itchy mouth from Snicker bars too? Same burn as bananas. But not anybody the components of the Snicker bar. Just all together. Snickers are secretly made from bananas. Hi, Bree. How are you doing? Thank you so much for throwing the love at me. I feel it. I feel it all the way from here. Acid fight. Yeah, I know. Acid reflex. I I used to have to. I used to eat Tums when I was younger. I used to have acid reflux a lot. Right? When I was a youngling. I used to have a lot of acid reflux when I was a youngling. And so to counteract that, I was told to have Tums, right? And I'm like, okay, I'll have Tums. And I'm just like, you read the container, it's like Tums. Also good source of vitamin C or something like that. And then like, I would eat the Tums. I'd be like, okay, this will help with the acid reflux. And I would just eat the Tums. And I would just eat the Tums. And I would just eat the Tums. I don't think the parental figures were observing enough and didn't think about the fact that they had just given me a bottle of Tums that I just kept in my room. Right? And I would just eat the Tums. And then I think last year, so like I had stopped eating Tums for a really long time. Last year I started getting acid reflux again, so I got myself a bottle of Tums. And I was looking at the container. Did you know? Did you know there's a serving size? Did you know there's like an amount that you're only supposed to have and you're not supposed to have more than that? Did you know that? For Tums? That even though it's just like, it looks like Flintstones, tastes like Flintstones, says it's got vitamin C, it's good for you, just eat it like a daily supplement. Did you know you shouldn't eat more than like, I think it was like 6 per day or something like that? Why am I fridge? It's my Gundam cosplay. R.I.P. Same Spoonf ate them like candy. You're not supposed to eat them like that, apparently. I'm a Gundam. Tums, calcium, yeah. Only found about of the serving size after when he turned 19. Yeah, for me that was like last year. It's an anti-acid, right? Makes sense. You don't want to de-acidify your stomach. Yeah. About that. I wonder if that's why if I have problems eating now. I have very particular eating needs. I cannot eat before, let me think. I cannot eat more than 3 to 4 hours before going to sleep. If I do, I can't go to sleep. And if I do go to sleep, the next day, my stomach feels like I've been poisoned. Like, and from what I understand, it's from the digesting overnight and all of like the chemical reactions that happen, and it's just sitting stagnant in your stomach, and that's what caused the I've been poisoned feeling. So that sucks and it hurts, right? Because in the morning I'll wake up, right, and I feel the poison in my stomach, and it makes it so that like I don't want to move or get up, but I have to eventually, right? Like it hurts. It feels like if I were to move that I'm just sloshing that poison around in my stomach, and it just hurts. It hurts so bad. It hurts. So like I have to go to bed on a somewhat empty stomach to avoid feeling painful in the morning. It even does it if I just drink water right before the bed. If I drink water, it still hurts in the morning. Beko had some lumpy when she went to bathroom after that Tums. What do you mean? I don't know. Your stomach acid clocked out. Oh. Just stops digesting. My stomach acid weak. weak. I used to have acid reflux. Now I have weak acid. No acid to digest the food. This is why Spump tells people that antibiotics should be used sparingly. It's like a nuke for your stomach bile. Ha! Wow. Basically slaughters your gut bacteria. With no regard to the ones we need to digest food. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense, actually. And in a alternate universe, one of the many timelines, the parental figures would have me on antibiotics almost it felt like every other month. Every other month I was on antibiotics. But it was in their training. It was their training that they were like, oh, you feeling unwell? Antibiotics. And the antibiotics wouldn't even be prescribed to me. Well, we got some antibiotics in the cabinet somewhere. Take one of those. Well, I'll go get some antibiotics. I'll have it prescribed to myself. Take that. Take this much. There you go. Ah, I see. Okay. And that's why I would get sick so often, right? I would get sick so often. I had such a bad immune system when I was younger. I would get sick so much. And like, I didn't even think about it. I would just do, right? I would just do. I'm like, okay, yeah, parental figures, they should know better. And then I had a friend that was just like, oh my God, are you on antibiotics again? I'm like, yeah, I am. And they're like, yo, you know that's killing your system, right? I'm like, what do you mean? It's medicine. Medicine's good for you. And they're like, no, that kills everything. It doesn't know anything. And I'm like, later that night, parental figure mother, parental figure father, I was told that the antibiotics kill everything, the good and the bad. Is that true? They go, yeah. Yeah. I'm like, you've been killing my immune system. Did you get checked for stomach ulcers? No, I did not, but I seem to be alive. I seem to be fine and functioning right now. Spump was the same. You were also a sickly child? Oh no. What? Strengthen your immune system? Wait, how did you strengthen your immune system? What I did was that, like, after that moment, after I learned that, anytime they would prescribe me antibiotics, I stopped taking them. Like, I wouldn't take them. I wouldn't even start, because I know it's bad to start and then stop. But they would, like, give me medicine. I would just not. I would hide them in my... They figured it out, though. They're like, give us back the antibiotics that you're not using, that you're not taking. I'm like, okay. I only took antibiotics if I deemed it absolutely necessary. So like when I got the scar in my eye, I took antibiotics for that. But funnily enough, I discovered that I potentially am allergic to some antibiotic called sulfadiazine or something like that. It has sulfa in the name. Because they prescribed me that at first, and I kept throwing up. I threw up violently, almost like I think it was so bad. It was like almost every hour I was throwing up. I was having really violent reactions to it. So now anytime I go anywhere and they ask me, are you allergic? I'm like, oh, so whatever's called sulfa something. That's the one. Don't give me that one. They had to change it to something else. Prescribing antibiotics, one of the worst things you can do. Yeah. It was in their training. It's in their training. They can save lives, but they should be used to save lives, not lessen your sickness. Minor cold, guess what? Antibiotic. It's like the cop that shoots the hostage. No. Oh no. You're right, but it is like that. You learned everything from Cells at Work. Did they make more? Did they make more? I want to watch more of that. I really need to get back on the scheduling, doing more watch-alongs with you guys. That was fun. I like doing watch-alongs. I'm thinking if I depending if I can get a more regular schedule, maybe it like be movie Mondays or something like that. Nature Boy. Oh. Oh, catch things? What do you mean? Oh, you tried it. You forced yourself to get sick? Uh, uh, uh. Antibiotics won't help you with a cold or flu. I know, but that's what would happen. Every like November was the worst. I'd always get sick every November, and anytime I got the flu shot, they would like I would instantly get sick. Anytime I take the flu shot, I would instantly get sick. I know the flu shot like um it's meant to give you a little strain of it that you can get over, and like that's how you work up your immune system. I'd always get sick. And it would last me forever. Called sulfadiazine or something. Your immune system's OP now. I gotta go eat mud. That's what I gotta do. I gotta go eat mud. Cells at Word. Oh, Code Black. That's right. The one for the sick body. I have to watch that. New character living in different person's body. The one that doesn't take care of itself. That does the drinking and the smoking. Anime Monday. Blue movie Monday. Move over. It's movie Monday. Don't call. Did you actually eat? Did you actually eat bud? I was only joking. That's like something you say when you're trying to get your children, like when you have parents that are like overprotective and don't want them to get sick, and it's like, no, that child needs to eat a mud pie at least once in their life for their immune system. Let them eat the mud pie. Yes? Spoon was desperate. There was a manga that I really liked. I forgot what it was called, but it was who was the artist? The artist was someone that I liked. Um, 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 I can't remember off the top of my head, but it was a really short series. I think it might have been 4 volumes or something like that. And it was about this girl who was a super clean freak, like super duper clean freak, right? She cleaned everything. She would always clean. She even cleaned like the girls' bathroom at school, and people were like, "Oh, she makes things so clean." But she was like a germaphobe. I forgot why or what the reason was. I think there was like a sickness in her family or something like that, and so she was just like a clean freak. And uh somewhere along the lines, like it's a rom-com, so there was a guy involved, something or other happened, and she needed to do something like without her mask, protective whatever, like she went outside or something, and immediately like collapsed. Like her immune system couldn't handle it because she had been disinfecting everything, and like such a clean freak that her immune system couldn't handle it, and she just like got sickly ill. And then like I read that manga. I'm like, oh, and they're like, oh, she has to reintroduce herself and get acclimated to things and germs and stuff. Eat a mud pie, and I'm like, really cute manga. Mm. Mud pies, mud pies. I don't know if I've ever eaten a mud pie. Yeah, hello, Bean. Have you eaten a mud pie? Have you eaten a mud pie today? Or ever in your life? Ah, ah, ah. I think. Let me think. I have eaten grass before. I have eaten grass as a point to complain about salads. When I was younger, I was just like, I hated salads. I'm like, what's the point? If I wanted to go eat grass, I'd go eat grass. Bean has not eaten mud pies. Go eat a mud pie, Bean. What are you doing? Bride of Sacrifice. Or Work up your immune system. Go touch dirty. Go touch the bud. Become strong. Yeah. Flawless logic. Touch the dirty. How do you say? Envelop yourself with the filth. What are we talking about? Working up your immune system? Exactly, exactly. Dude, there's been a lot of people that have been getting sick right now. Everyone's been getting sick. And you know what's funny is, like, the Anime Expo just happened. And of course, you're hearing a lot of people get sick from the Anime Expo, right? Because there were so many people that went to the Anime Expo. So many people are getting sick. And then so many other people are getting sick. And then it makes me wonder, it's like, how many anime nerds were there? Was everybody an anime nerd and attended the Anime Expo? Or are the other people that are getting sick, are they people that have anime nerds in their family or in their daily associates' social lives that have brought home the sick from the convention? Like, is Anime Expo ground zero for everyone getting sick right now? Is it ground zero? Is that what happened? Bathe in the trash? We are the trash. Aren't we? Grass is yum. Eat the earth, become the earth. Exactly. Be strong like the earth. Mother Nature. Eat Mother Nature. Like All Might. You have to eat All Might's hair. Eat a fraction of Mother Nature. Be strong like Mother Nature. She is your senpai? You are her Padawan. Consume detritus. Become detritus. I am an anime nerd. But I am not sick. But then again, you didn't go to the expo. That's true. I mean, I didn't go to the expo, right? But there are still people that are getting sick. So, like, I'm wondering if, like, someone went to Anime Expo, got sick, went out to the human world, interacted with a bunch of humans, got other humans sick, right? So, like, I don't know why other people are getting sick unless there were other huge gatherings. Because the Anime Expo, there was a lot of people that came under after Anime Expo. There was a lot of people. So many people. Almost everyone that I knew that went to Anime Expo came under. And then a lot of other people that didn't go to Anime Expo that are suddenly going under. So it's like, huh. Correlation? Coagulation. Those nerds never sunbathe? Laying in the evil sunlight kills many sicknesses? It's been a while since I've seen the sun. What does that look like? Eat game animals? Got it. I want to know what eating a bear is like. I want to eat a bear. I want to know what everything tastes like. Except for bugs. But you guys bring up the topic of eating bugs. Let's not again. Detritus. Detritus. Oh, it's poop. Oh, I see. Aw. You're not poop, though. Weeaboo virus is spreading, yes. Causation? Coagulation. Strangers are scary, that's why you walk away? See, Bean has automatic social distancing. Eat the rainbow. Become the rainbow. All the Skittles in your mouth. Get all the Skittles. Bear is amazing if cooked right. Why call Spoonf out like that? What? What did I say? Calling you poop? Don't be poop. You're the... Wait, who was the one telling me what poop is? Oh, Spoonf was saying to eat it. Oh, and then Admirable Pop and Fresh educated me. I see. Bug nummies? No bugs. Though we don't need to talk about bug nummies right now. What we can do is go to the game, though. I think we've talked enough about you are what you eat. And we are clearly eating a lot of variety of things. Some bugs can be yummy, but then again, when alive, they can scare Bean. A lot of bugs scare Bean. Or not Bean. Me? A lot of bugs scare me. I was going to bed last night, and there was a spider up on the ceiling. And the ceiling was like 5 inches away from me. I jumped out of bed so fast, I had to get a little cuppy, trap the spider, and then threw it away. I don't like them. I don't want them. If they don't bother me, that's fine. But don't be crawling on top of my, like, on top, like, right on top of me. On my ceiling. 5 inches away from me. While I'm trying to sleep. I scattered. Too much scattered. I know spiders are good for eating other bugs. I get it. But don't climb on top of me. Eat the spider? No. I'd have to eat a horse. Eventually. Tarantula, amazing. I went to the zoo. I didn't get a chance to talk about that, did I? Did I talk about the zoo? I know I posted pictures. I went to the zoo. There was a tarantula there. There was a big old tarantula there, but it was like a small container. They had like a little bug section that they talked about bugs. They had a bunch of birds that flew all over the place. There was a lot of birds that flew in your face. What else was there? There was otters. There was an elephant. There was big cats. Was it ocelot? I know there was a tiger. There was a tiger. It was a small zoo. It was a very small zoo. Did I eat the tarantula? No, I didn't eat the tarantula. Tarantulas are amazing. When Bean sees a spider, Bean will cry on the opposite side of the room. No, I live alone, so I have to hunt down these bugs. Should have ate it. How was the zoo food? I actually got to eat burger at the zoo. It was actually pretty good. It was pretty good. Still high-end expensive for what it was worth, but, you know, it's whatever. I was hungry. I didn't eat any breakfast or lunch, so it tasted good for being meal deprived. You took a picture of your family. Oh, yeah. There was an installation. So there was like this little section of grass, right? And there was 2 raccoons that were playing there. And there was no sign saying like, oh, raccoon installation. And so like I'm sitting there watching them, and there's a bunch of other people that are watching them too. And these are like 2 cute baby raccoons, okay? They're tiny. Their tails are tiny. They're probably babies. They're playing around and stuff like that. And I'm sitting there and I'm looking at them and I'm like, you know, these raccoons are probably not part of the zoo. They're probably actually wild raccoons that are just playing in this patch of grass, because this is not a normal pen. They could easily leave this pen. This pen isn't like that secure. There's no big glass. There's no like proper fencing. It's a patch of grass, and there's 2 wild raccoons playing in this patch of grass. But it's still attracting a lot of people to go stop and look at these 2 raccoons. And I'm just like imagining if one of the zoo attendants came by and they're like, what are all those people gathering around this patch of grass that doesn't hold any animals? And they look at it and they're like, for real? For real? We are taking care of all of these other like exotic animals, and people are interested in these 2 wild raccoons that is natural habitants of the surrounding area. They were cute, gosh darn it. Any ducks? No. No ducks. Beko peeping Tom. They were playing out in the open. That's like the same thing as people watching. Right? Do you go up to people at the park that are people watching? Do you go up to them, walk up to their bench, stare them at the face and be like, you're creepy. People watching, more like peeping Tom. See how they react. I'd be curious, let me know. You saw ducks today? Yes, actually, you tell people in public that are people watching peeping Toms? Sounds like something Beko would do. I'll do it. As long as it's not a woman, okay? Don't make me do that to a woman. Not because I don't want to offend them, but because they're scary. And I don't want to be yelled at. Anyone else is fine. Spoon says, stop staring at me, creep. What? You directly tell them, stop staring at me? I would never do that. Only because I'll constantly be second guessing myself, not sure if they were actually staring at me. I'd be like, are they staring at me? Are they staring at me? Are they? When I go out, I'm not aware at all. And it's not even until like, I think I asked someone recently, I'm like, do people look at me? And they're like, oh yeah, people. I'm like, wait, what do you mean? Who, when, where, why? We're like, oh, they just look. I'm like, and you notice this and you don't tell me about it? And they're like, I don't know, it's like 2 seconds or something. Like, it's not a big deal. I'm like, people are looking at me. I've been perceived. You don't perceive the peak of the Beko. Wild Karen attacks? I know. I wouldn't want to agitate one of them in the wild. Unsolicited attack. Spoon tall? I would stare at Spoon. And if Spoon approached me, I would just reach my hand up as tall as I could. As tall as I could, even if it couldn't reach the top of Spoon's head, and I would just keep reaching until Spoon would be curious and like lean down to my level, and then boop boop I would pat the head. I think I've done that before. I think I've talked about that before. If anyone's super tall, I'd be like, get down on my level. Get down on my level. Boop, boop. Pat, pat on the head. Raccoons are cute until they go to your trash bin. Why? Why are they not cute then? I mean, I wouldn't want them to make a mess. I wouldn't want them to make a mess. Bean wouldn't move or say anything? If a 6 foot tall person walked up to Bean. Hey, what are you looking at? Stop staring at me. Stop staring at me. Are you looking at me? Are you looking at me? Nah. Keep looking. Anyway. Get into the game. Come on. I guess I'm gonna be gaming in my Gundam today. My cosplay. Brit and 6 foot? Yeah. Why is Spoon British? I don't know. I was trying to think of something that was like threatening, and the first thing I could think of was like not threatening, but maybe having an attitude. Having an attitude. Did I turn on? Oh, there it is. Get on with it? I'm sorry. Gundam Gaming for the win! I would tell them to go away because Bean loves photography and Bean thinks of good photos to take in that spot that Bean has. Aw. Guys, that means Bean people watches a lot. Bean's a serial peeping Tom. Be on the lookout. for a bean. A bean looker. Creeple watching.
Ryuki is supposed to be here? You were in charge of the HB case, weren't you?
Ryuki's memories may hold the answer. Mizuki, the time limit within Somnium is 6 minutes.
Damn it. Damn it. I was so close to finally forgetting.
Something happened 6 years ago that I don't know about. What was it?
Bean looks at nature. Bean equals stalker. Beanstalk. It's a beanstalk. Don't worry, guys. It's just a regular old beanstalk. Don't worry. Where am I going? I'm gonna go here. Serial peeping. There's always trying to keep me lucky. They're always after my lucky charms. Hey, we get to see Ota again. He's working. He's being a good boy. He's being such a good boy.
Man, this sucks.
Who the frick are you? Who the frick is this chick? Hello?
I already talked my jaw off yesterday.
That was with the local detective, right? I haven't heard anything yet.
Big sis, perhaps you should help them?
What is this? A better eye.
Big sis?
Ah, that's just what I call Mizuki.
She's younger. Oh wait, where are we? Where am I? We're in the past. I'm like, this isn't Mizuki right now. Who are you? Who the frick are you?
Ah, and you're...
My name is Kizuna. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Hi, I'm from the Metropolitan Police Department.
Ryuki, right?
He's a good boy. He became a good boy. He's working for the diner. Good boy.
You were on that quiz show last night.
Yeah, tell me your name.
Are you Mr. Ota Matsushita?
Oh, you heard of me? Did you talk to Date or something?
Yeah, something like that.
He's linked to the new Cyclops serial killings. That's how I know his name and age.
Ota is 24. 1 year older than you, Ryuki.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why I'm being polite.
Nah.
Ota handles the cooking, serving, and accounting all by himself.
He's being such a good boy. Where am I? Who are you? Why do we drive on parkways and parks? Parks in the driveway? It's where the cars sleep. It's where the cars walk. It's the car sidewalks. It's the brine.
That's right.
Tama, are there any legal issues with this?
What do you mean? He's 25. 24? 24.
Not at all. His mother, Mayumi Matsushita, holds the proper certification for food hygiene.
Mr. Matsushita, can I ask where your mother is?
Probably in the living room back there. I guess she's sitting at the kotatsu watching TV or something.
Ah! Matsushita Diner was closed for a long time. It recently reopened. They get decent customer traffic and make a pretty good amount of money. Spoons need a brain break. Yeah, how's your head? Are you okay? You getting a headache again? Actually taking care of his mom? I know, right? Holy freak! Oh. They have a girlfriend?
That came out of nowhere. Of course I have one.
Is it Iris?
You met her yesterday, right? Tessa. The girl named Iris Sagan.
Ota, do you want me to rip your tongue out?
Are they actually going out? Is he delusional? That only happened in the ending where she was actually taken over by that other guy. She was evil in that ending. Ah. Sure, whatever, Ota. Spoonfish fine, that's good. Bean looks at nature. Around the people. So sometimes you end up looking at people only by mistake. They shouldn't be in nature. Like,
Oh, well, as long as we're on the subject. Are you going out with anyone, Kizzy?
who's Kizzy?
Oh, me?
Excuse me. Am I supposed to be part of this conversation? I don't care if she's going out with anybody.
Such relations with gentlemen are completely foreign to me.
We can fix that.
Are you into babyface guys that know how to cook?
Ota, what the frick? You just told me that you were with Iris. What the heck are you trying to sell her?
Ugh, no shame.
It's Ota, of course.
Oh, my type is so stereotypical that I am embarrassed to admit it. Someone like Prince Charming.
A prince?
I yearn to be a princess. I hope my Prince Charming will appear before me with a glass slipper someday.
Aww.
That's my dream.
Glass slipper?
Who's this man? Eavesdropping on these kids' conversation.
Ota? Who is that?
Well, he's a customer. He comes by a lot.
To spy on the youngins.
Well, in any case, I have a great affinity for shoes.
She likes shoes, guys.
My admiration of Princess Cinderella partially comes from that, I'm sure. Glass slippers. Isn't that so magical?
She's got a foot thing. She's got a foot thing. She's got a thing for the feetles.
How lovely it would be to dance in them.
No, that would be uncomfortable. Have you ever had a glass slipper? Have you had heels? Have you worn heels?
Wouldn't it be hard to dance in glass slippers?
Exactly. Mizuki knows what I'm talking about. Mizuki is my spirit animal right now. Every time I say something, she says it immediately right after. Footish? She's got a footish.
That is true.
A lot. She likes stinky footwear. Yeah, no odor absorbent there.
Man, that was crazy! I said it before, but I was watching that stream live. I heard Tessa and Mizuki were gonna be on that show, right? Then that body appeared out of nowhere. Man, I couldn't believe what I saw. Speaking of crazy, that Vtuber video.
You saw it.
No, not the whole thing. Too scary.
Too scary.
I saw the one before, though.
The one before?
You don't know? I think it was about half a year ago. A video similar to that one went viral. Everyone was talking about it online.
Ah, I know of that one as well. The mysterious video known as Bats 490, correct?
Yup. There was some kind of code hidden in it, too.
Uh-oh.
According to the rumors, whoever deciphers it will learn the secret of the world.
Secret of the world? Did a grade schooler come up with that or something?
Is that like organization? The internet? The thing that Iris was talking about last game?
You're a grade schooler yourself, by the way.
No. Nuh-uh, you told me I was 23 or something. Oh, you mean her, Mizuki. That's right. She's like 8 at the time, right?
The video starts with a bunch of bats flying around. Guess that's where the bats part comes from. I don't know what the 490 means, though.
Drugs.
Were you able to decode it?
No way. I had no idea what it meant.
What is this face that he's doing? What is this face, Oda? What is this face that you're doing? Why that face? That's not a face that looks like would go to that sentence. That's a face that looks like something sinister is going on in your mind. She's 8? Yeah, is she not? She's 18 in the second game. So she's like 18 in the present. this where we are at is, it's, did they say 6 years? Is it 6 years? Is my memory fading me? Never mind. So she's like 12 if it's 6 years. If the difference is 6 years, she's 12. She's 12. Still grade schooler. Grade school is also different outside of the US. It's Oda's face. It's creepy but evil. That's fair.
Well, it's not like solving it would have been a big deal. I'll bet that secret of the world stuff is bogus anyway.
Don't ruin the fantasy, Mizuki.
I'm just telling it like it is.
It's been a six years since that? Yeah. Since this Mizuki here and the Mizuki that we've been playing.
It's just an ARG. It's a game for kids.
Her dialogue is not that of a 12-year-old? What do you mean? Well, that's like the ongoing joke that she's more mature than people her age.
ARG means alternate reality game.
Alternate reality game.
The game master releases mysterious information to the public via the internet, leaflets, posters, stuff like that.
I hope this game doesn't actually have ARG elements in it.
Players decode the information to discover a location or objective that moves the game forward.
In the previous game, they even made mention that she proofread for Oda. Like, Ota's a college student, but Mizuki proofreads his stories for him.
Simply put, an ARG is a fusion of games and real life.
The goal of an ARG varies. If someone beats it, they might get a prize, but most times it's just a prank. Oftentimes, the main objective is simply to solve the mystery. Sometimes they're even used as a marketing tool. ARG are progressed by an undefined number of players working together, mainly online. Due to this, it has high potential to spread fast. That makes it very helpful when marketing content. Content. Technically VR. This walking eyeball has such an essential voice. She's got like that growl in her voice. She growls in her voice. What a contrast. You should see her actual body. You want to see Nixie? Were you here before? Let's see. Let's go visit Tama. Can you tell me? Yeah, let's go see Tama.
Worried about health?
Yeah, that's right.
Are you sick?
My stomach is. I ate too much.
Yes. If it's stress related,
You
might need to find the root of the cause.
I ate too much. I was hungry.
If you just drank too much, you got what you deserved.
What if it was water? I drank too much water. This is Tama. What's tomorrow's weather like?
What's tomorrow's weather like?
Oh, it'll be so wet. There could be a huge flood.
Could be being the key word. Thank you, Tama. I go. This is the eyeball's voice? Yeah, that's the eyeball. Loon? Not quite. Artificial reality like dot hack. Sorta online. Oh. Bad eyeball? What do you mean? Who am I? Oh, we're done with him. Who are you? Do I care about you? Can I rotate? Can I turn around and look at this guy? This creepy guy? Hey, you. Man, excuse me? Excuse me? What's your name?
But may I ask your name?
No response. Depressed. Excuse me?
Maybe you shouldn't talk to that guy. He seems pretty drunk.
He's drinking non-alcoholic beer.
What do you want, jerk?
That's a thing. Why would you want non-alcoholic beer? Beer doesn't taste good. So having it without the alcohol, I doubt tastes any better. You're just drinking piss water without the status ailments. Why would you Why would you subject yourself to piss water without status ailments? I thought that was the only point of drinking the piss water, to gain the status ailments. Hot dogs in my head? Yeah, because you could put the girls in hot dog outfits and they're in your head. That's the way I thought about it, at least. Is the eyeball just a drone she controls? No, she is the eyeball. It's like a, how do you say? AI, how do you say for installment in your head? She's like an aperture in your head. She's the eyeball. All of her hardware is in that eyeball. And she's in your head. Blasphemy? Not familiar with the story? No, no worries, no worries. There's it's a pretty crazy story. There's a lot. Only light beer is piss water. Why? What does true rich beer taste like? What does that taste like? What does a rich beer taste like? That oldul's drunk? Good old beer? Cranial construct?
I was not aware you could get drunk from non-alcoholic beverages.
I can get drunk from sleep deprivation.
It's all right now, because I am here! How are you, young boy?
Guess he's not doing too good.
Guess he's not doing too good. Oh. Look, guys, it's me. Are you a student?
I am indeed. How did you...
It's the only high school in town. So that lady is just a representation of her that she chooses to show? Yeah, it's like her projection. Depends on how it's made, who makes it, how much yeast. Dizzy water. Oh. All soda tastes like Pepsi. All soda tastes like carbohydrated stuff. Gets tippy when 1/2 bottles of sparkling water. You can get tipsy from sparkling water. Isn't sparkling water just carbohydrate? That's just seltzer, right? That's just carbonated water. How can you get drunk? There's no alcohol in that.
Your uniform?
Don't tell me you're a uniform buffer, Yuki. I didn't take you for a pervert.
Kizzy is good friends with Iris and Mame too.
Mame? Who's Mame? Mame?
Oh, you don't know about Mame, do you?
Yeah, who the frig is Mame?
Amame Doi's her full name.
Who the frig is a Mame Doi?
She attends Sekiba High like Kizzy and Iris.
Iris and Mame belong to the same dance club as I. It was through them that I was introduced to Big Sis.
Who's younger than you?
Yes, I most certainly do.
I like asking the non-case related questions first, get them out of the way. That's because you drink too much water and your body is not happy? Is that being tipsy? But that's not being tipsy. That's just your body being angry at you. Carbonated. Always talks about pilk, but I don't have the will in my soul to drink it. Is she gonna drink pilk? What is pilk? It's just milk with broccoli juice? Is that what pilk is? Carbohydrates are carbs. Carbonated. Saying the incorrect words. Oh, Pepsi milk. I see. Who created that concoction? We should... Oh, you know what? I should... Okay. I have an idea. Did you know helium is not soluble in water like CO2 is? We all know Beko is real pervert here. What do you mean? Perverted in what? What just happened? What? I like school uniforms. I like school uniforms. Well, I don't have, that doesn't have anything to pertain to the game. I didn't recognize the school uniform that she's wearing. I thought it was just her outfit. But I like school uniforms. I think they're cute. Ota needs to bonk? Needs a bonk? He needs a bonk all the time. Your immersion is ruined? Why is your immersion ruined?
However, I am not very good at it.
You do look a little clumsy.
That's not true. You've even won a dancing competition before.
Oh, she drank it? She drank pilk? Hers was, oh, milk and Sprite, so it was spilk. Your immersion is ruined because you're a pervert. Me? How am I the pervert? I like school uniforms. I got a lot of school uniform Lolita. So like I think it's called Sailor Lolita. I like that. I like that a lot. I showed you guys during my endurance stream. I showed you guys. Milk and Sprite Avi has gone way too far. That's a weird concoction. Give Pepsi to cow equals pilk. It's worse than you thought? What? Know the pilk conversation again? Just keep digging that hole. I don't get...
That was nothing more than a fluke.
I'm gonna challenge Avi. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna challenge Avi. We'll do that.
Iris is a far better dancer.
Oh, it's a photo.
This is a bit difficult to explain.
Because she's smarter than you.
I just sensed a certain elegance to Mizuki that was characteristic of an older sister.
But now that she's actually 18, she's like sassy.
Is that a compliment?
Tama, how old is Kizuna?
18, same as Iris. They're in their third year, so they're graduating soon. In other words, Mizuki is a whole 6 years younger than Kizuna.
I was watching that quiz show live as well. Then, goodness, I couldn't believe it. That corpse suddenly appeared on the screen. I couldn't sleep last night from the shock of it all.
So yeah, 6-year difference. Yeah. You shall drink. What? That you need to know what pilk tastes like? 50% milk, 50% Pepsi, 30% milk, 70% Pepsi, etc., etc. What is the best combination? Drink one, chaser the other.
I was worried about Big Sis and Iris as well.
Yeah, you called me a bunch, I remember.
You witnessed the corpse with your own eyes, did you not? Are you certain you're okay?
I'm totally fine.
Your mental fortitude is admirable.
I've been through a lot is all.
School? She is... How old is she? 12?
Today is February 11th, National Foundation Day.
Oh yeah, it is. So, why are you here?
Why else? To eat some of Ota's cooking.
Does he charge you for it?
I brought my friend Kizzy with me.
And I appreciate your business.
Oh, I guess I pay for it.
Huh.
Oh.
And?
I mean, Mr. Date is like your foster father. So, I thought I'd let you know just in case.
Foster father? I'm the one taking care of him. I'm paying the rent and utility bills too.
What the frick? What do you do, Mizuki? What's your job?
Oh.
What is he doing? What does he pay for?
Oh, I know of Mr. Date as well. He is quite close with Iris. So I have the honor of being on friendly terms with him as well.
Think Nickel Arc? It's just how the meme goes. Pepto-Bismol and milk? That's a weird combination.
Iris had an offer to appear on the show, so she was asked to bring another talent from Lemniscate, but no one could make it, so I decided to go instead. As the president of Lemniscate, I couldn't just turn it down.
She's the president, guys. She's the president of Lemniscate.
President? Aren't you 12?
It's a long story. I ended up taking over the company after Daddy.
She's the president. Yo, she ballin'. Lady boss over here. Hello, lady boss.
Sorry, but I don't know anything. I just went on the show like Iris asked, and then a body showed up out of nowhere. I've heard about Jin Furue, but it's not like I knew him personally. Sorry, I can't really help.
She president, but still says daddy? Yeah, she's 12. She loves her daddy.
Hey, Kizzy, I want to see you dance.
Are we having another dancing scene?
Where did this come from?
I want to see too.
Don't you want to see too, Ryuki?
Yeah, sure. Dance for me.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I've gotta see this.
I was very wild. You mix Coca-Cola and Yakult. Eucalypt. Oh. Didn't they say she's 18? Dance for us, Beko. Me? Da 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 da. There. Or uns. Dadaletta. Pata pata pon. Pata 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 pon.
Then I'll play some music. Just a sec.
Wait, I have not agreed to anything yet.
It doesn't matter. The guy is watching her. Was that a potential upskirt pick? Excuse me, sir? You drink regular and grape ramen, and then
I know
you ate
your
a different-
name. You're Kizuna, aren't you?
Oh god, creepy man, creepy. Did you see that one vid where a dancer performed a dance from this game? Really? No, I did not. Send Linky in the Discord. That guy is creepy. Yeah, he's very creepy. Nothing weird about that. She's just busting moves in a public restaurant. That's true. It is a public restaurant. He has the right to stare and look, but that face he pulled, creep-a-ton. Yakult is similar to yogurt drink in taste. Start busting a move at your local KFC. I'd have to know the owner. At least you know. Oto is just like, I'll put on some music. Go to your local KFC and be like, hey, manager, punch it. Put on some tunes. Start dancing. What do you want him to do? He just came for a relaxing drink. That's true. Yeah. He can look, but that face he gave, that crossed the line. That crossed the line. Not liking what's happening. Is it an upskirt if she's wearing pants? That's stockings. That's stockings. Those can hardly be called pants. Leggings, tights even. Yeah, yeah. This is my, I've got some theory juices brewing in my system, guys. This is what I'm thinking. The main character guy, Ryuki, whatever his name is, my character guy, he falls in love with this chick. This chick, they wouldn't introduce her unless she's of some importance. I bet you they have a sparkling bud fascination that blooms, and she's probably going to die. I've already marked her for death, guys. Put the polls in. I've marked her for death. Is she the one that dies in the... No. She's not the one that dies in the rubble. He's in the rubble. But I bet you she dies. She dies. Sparkling blood.
I heard you introducing yourself earlier. My name's Leon Twining, and I'm 22 years old.
You're 22?
My father's American, and my mother's Japanese.
Ah.
So, Kizuna, I want you to marry me.
Oh. Red flags everywhere. Yeah. Shock! Beko, I want you. You can't! You can't! I have very specific specifications in order to propose to me. You can't just drop it like it's hot like that. That's not how it works with a Beko. I have to have the chashu puff as a boon for proposal. I swore I would marry anyone that would give that to me, that would make that for me. I can't. You can't just drop it like it's hot like that. Spoon being 27 still looks early mid-20s. Even. Becca's gonna cry now. Don't cry. The pork puff pastry. Yeah. You need the chashu puff for a proper proposal.
Huh?
Why are you here? Are you okay?
No, I'm not okay. My heart feels like a jackhammer, like it's gonna burst out of my chest any second.
Are you okay? Like, go to the hospital. Are you having some palpitations? Becca is saying she wants cold puff pastries? No. I would assume if you're going to propose with it, you'd be present there doing the proposal. You would do the present of the proposing. Since she doesn't want us dropping it like it's hot. You can't drop the line like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Chili puff pastry. Chili puff pastry. Won't you marry me? Chili puff. Puff puff. Pastry.
Actually, I got fired yesterday. I didn't feel like doing anything after I woke up this morning. I came here so I could drink my problems away.
But you're doing non-alcoholic.
But you were drinking non-alcoholic beer.
I can still get drunk off of them, okay?
Okay. You should write a whole song about your food faves. Maybe. I need a pop and beat. I unfortunately do not make my own tracks, so I have to find people that will make the tracks for me that I can write the lyrics to. I am not musically inclined. I have to learn. I have to learn it how to do music. Make puff pastry. Ask her, then drop pastry like it's hot. No! The poor pastry. Why would you do it dirty like that? I know we were talking about eating dirt and mud and all, but why? Throw the pastry at Mach 40. Salmon and chashu. Chashu salmon. I don't know how that would turn out. I'm scared. I'm scared. Ghost Rider, Beko? No. I don't need Ghost Rider. Well, or do you mean for the music notes, like the beep boop bop, beep boop 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 bop? I can write the lyrics. I just need someone to write the beep boops. I need someone to write the beep boops, and then I can write the lyrics. Away. I mean, I have to find someone that that I like their sound. Salmon and chashu, wagyu, puff pastry. Both of them? Both of them? Salmon and wagyu? Away! Ghost muses or beep boop, yeah, salt wagyu. Wait. Ugh! Beep boop bop.
What job did you get fired from?
I was a bank clerk.
At what? Salmon, pork, wagyu, all in one. Oh my god, too much.
What were you really?
I don't like talking about it, but I was a janitor.
Got fired as a janitor. I have to take a look at that. I think the cooldown isn't working. Just build a salmon farm and catch a Beko. I don't know. How did that wagyu from the other day go? Successful? It was it was tasty. Yeah, I cooked wagyu. I streamed it internally in the Discord. It was tasty.
I think that is a noble job.
You're so right! But unfortunately, my job was taken from me, and I have zero motivation to do anything now. Hard work just seems so pointless.
Why?
I dislike people who don't work hard.
Laying it out hard. Laying it out for real. Getting the reels. Tell him like it is.
All right. I'm hitting up the employment office tomorrow.
He gets motivated.
This guy has a rather one-track mind.
He doesn't seem all that bad, though.
Super beef.
Of course this isn't a joke. Kizuna's dance purified my heart. There was so much darkness building inside me. But she cleared it all away. It felt like I went straight to heaven. I've always wanted to be a pilot since I was little. It was my dream to fly through the sky. Kizuna made that dream come true for me. Seeing her dance, it was like my soul pierced the heavens and flew into the stars. So, I've decided. I'm gonna marry her! Won't you marry me, Kizuna?
No, thank you.
Straight. No, thank you. Spoonf wants to cause this man grievous physical harm. He has obtained grievous physical harm. Emotionally and physically, his heart has stopped. Ow! I do want some tea.
I'll pretend I didn't hear that.
Thick skull.
No, thank you.
I'll pretend I didn't hear that either.
No, thank you.
Anyway, I won't give up. You'll come around eventually, Kizuna.
No, thank you.
My motto is, if at first you don't succeed, try and fail again!
But you just got fired, and you just said that you weren't motivated to do anything. You just said that you weren't motivated to do anything. Excusez-moi? What? And now his nuts are open. Go attack? Which nuts? Pistachios? Kizuna just murdered him, so Spoonf won't mutilate. Punch him right in the sack? Oh, you're right. He is quite exposed. He is exposing himself. Do it! Cook him the nuts.
I think you mean try again. Now, we haven't obtained much useful information. There's no point in staying here for too long.
Yeah, let's go somewhere else.
Huh? F1? What? Can I actually move? Why did you give me all of this? What's the point? Middle click controls? Move site? Free cursor? Hello? It's things that I've already been using and doing. Why did you give me that tooltip now? I'm gonna leave you two lovebirds alone. Let's go next to the high school. Full football punt. You laugh and it actually goes for the punt. 70 yards. Hello. Oh, you're the mermaid chick. You're a mermaid. Hi.
Iris, how are you feeling? Still upset about last night?
I'm okay. I recover pretty quick from these things.
Because she's a... What do you call it? What do you call it when she's delusional? When you're a delusional fantasier? What is the term? Chinibyo. She's a chinibyo. So she just probably made some fanciful chinibyo idea up about last night. Late tutorials are late. She's a mermaid, chinibyo. Our mermaid. Ah, I'm not a mermaid. She's a mermaid.
See? I'm bouncing right back. Bouncy, bouncy, bouncy bunny!
Have you gotten that tumor checked out yet?
Ryuki, would you mind hitting her with a German suplex?
Hey, that's my line. I German suplex.
Later. By the way, you're...
That's Mame. She's one of my best friends.
Nice to meet you. My name is Amame Doi. I'm a third year at Sekiba High, and I'm in the same dance club as Iris.
This dance club's gonna become real important, I see.
I'm a super hyper cutie miracle beauty.
Ryuki, I think we should leave.
Another dance number?
Hold on. So you're the one I heard about. Mizuki and Kizuna told me about you earlier.
Buxom eye is Beko confirmed? What do you mean? Tumor?
Huh. You just pictured me in a leotard, didn't you?
No. Cheerleader outfit, maybe. Right? Because that was in Lucky Star. Their dance team... Or wait, were they in dance or was that cheerleader? They were in the cheerleader outfit. I'm waggling my microphone. I probably shouldn't be bobbling it around. What if the chat agrees to dance in a KFC for Beko? Do it! Suplex. It was a dance? You are mermaid? Me mermaid? Blah blah. Bexamai is Beko confirmed. What the heck? I don't get it. Spontaneous blooper dance number.
No?
Help! It's a pervert! Somebody call the police!
Help! Pervert! Pervert! Pervert!
I am the police.
Oh.
Oh, come to think of it. You were on the show last night, weren't you?
Spontaneous blooper dance number. You guys are having too much fun with that.
Your name started with an R, I think.
Yeah.
Mr. Rero Taro, was it?
It's Ryuki!
Wow.
I see. Mr. Ryuki Rerotaro. You could say I'm a part-timer.
Ah! We need Beko dance sticker emote. Which one? Basically, I am the law. We do. Let me... You guys are actually triggering it quite a lot. There's supposed to be a cooldown on that. In 60... What the heck? How are you guys doing that? Unless you guys are like, ow, alternating it. Oh, here we go. No! You guys are trying to get them in. You guys are getting them in. This one. Is that all of them? I think so. Caramel dancing? I should get a caramel dancing animation. I want that. Yeah, I'm using the throwing system. Why? Yes, I do use the throwing system.
It's just me and my mom back home, so money's tight. I don't have time to go to college or a specialty school.
But Mommy is so smart! She always has the best grades, even though she doesn't go to class much.
I've been busy with my part-time job and dance practice.
Ow.
Where do you work?
I work as a mermaid at a gaudy maid cafe called Sunfish Pocket.
She says gaudy. I thought you enjoyed it. You seem very happy there.
Mermaids are what they call the maids that work there.
They wear these cute mermaid outfits as they serve the customers? I know because I used to work at Sunfish Pocket a long time ago. Mommy works there at night after dance practice.
How late?
Don't tell anyone, but until about 11.
That's really late. Beko as a mermaid when? Do you really want to see me as a mermaid? Was that really what you want?
Even when you were 17.
Yes, ever since I was 16.
That's a violation of Article 61 of the Labor Standards Act.
Don't tell that to a police officer. Don't tell me anything. La la la.
Though it would be the employer who would be penalized.
I lied to the manager about my age. So according to my profile, I'm 20 years old right now.
Oh. Labor Standards Law, Article 61, declares that if you cannot employ anyone younger than 18 from 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. Oh, interesting. Funny spelling. Wow.
That's a bit...
I'm sorry. Please don't arrest me. My family's poor, so I need to keep working.
Why is the x-ray option there? Why are we wanting to x-ray her?
I don't think there's anyone from our generation that doesn't know who he is. He's famous for having a sharp tongue. He used to write a bunch of completely lame articles and critiques online.
Do it? Do the x-ray? Of course we're gonna do the x-ray. Of course.
He used to start up stupid internet drama crap on Twitter, too.
Twitter?
Amame has a pretty sharp tongue herself.
His main job was being the CEO of Music Food. I guess that's like the president of the company?
Music? And food?
I think I read an article online that said he started the business when he was 22.
But his history before then is shrouded in mystery. And no one knows anything about his childhood, right?
Yeah. He was a pretty mysterious figure.
Music Food is a subscription music service. It mainly focuses on Japanese music, so it's not a widely known service worldwide. But they do have 10 million subscribers, so I'm sure they make a good profit.
I know about the incident. I was watching the live stream of that quiz show.
That's it. X-ray! Show us the goods.
Whoa! Amame turned into a skeleton!
It's an X-ray. Anyway, the girl does have some nice femurs.
Nice femurs! Get some lewd bones. Dude is probably a clone. Skeleton.
I'd love to get inside those for a taste of the marrow.
Tama, what the frick? Tama, what the frick? You don't even eat. Why are you wanting to taste marrow?
What is wrong with you?
I want to taste that marrow. Goodness gracious, such good bones she's got. What if it's music you can eat? That'd be interesting. They have the lollipops that are like speakers, and when you lick it, it does music in your brain. She's like Date. Yeah, at least it's the eyeball. So it's like reverse roles. So he's the say so wholesome one. His eyeball's the not say so wholesome one. Damn, Thomas so lewd. Yeah, I know, Cooks. Thigh bones for the win. The femur. Such nice shapely femur bones. Will she keep saying things? Oh, you can see her skeleton. What was the point of that? Why?
Don't you know today is February 11th? National Foundation Day.
Then what are you doing here? Why are you at the school? You agree with Tama, Shadow? Why is Spoon catching feels for an eyeball? You like Tama? Are you liking Tama? Over Aiba? Beko, please. What? I'm just rephrasing what Tama said.
Oh, right.
Why are you here then?
Then why are you at school?
Well, how do I put this?
I can only wear this uniform
crap.
and attend this school for about another month or so.
So I invited Mame, and we just kind of ended up here.
Iris and Amame are third years. They'll be graduating soon.
Aiba creeps Spoon out. Harumph! 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 It's more than about the appearances. Just because you like the luscious leggies of Eyeball Tama, whereas Aiba is a teddy bear, a squishy teddy bear. She's like a tardigrade? What's a tardigrade? German suplex.
Clickety clack, clickety clack.
Excuse me?
I boiled a potato and my socks in a sack.
Excuse me?
Mr. Ryuki.
Are you okay?
The song Ryuki was just singing was German soup socks, I think.
Mizuki didn't tell you?
I want to hear it from you.
She did, but I want to double check, just in case.
The agency I belong to, Lemniscate, received a request for me to appear. They wanted me and one more person to participate as a pair. But we couldn't find anyone with an opening in their schedule. And that's why Mizuki ended up going instead.
It's okay, Beko. Beko leggy superior to Tama. Ah. Excuse you, what? What, the song?
I'm sorry, I don't know anything about it. It did feel like some sort of paranormal phenomenon, though.
I told you. Chonibyo. She's fixed it in her head.
Paranormal.
Like I mentioned last night.
Don't say time travel.
Maybe that body teleported here from some other world. The other half could have been absorbed into some other dimension. And that split the body in two.
Speaking of which, there are rumors that people who watched that video and disappeared could have also been swallowed into another dimension.
Uh-oh. Iris insane, yep.
Iris is sitting on a chair.
Leering at an 18-year-old. That's a bit creepy, don't you think?
I was not leering. Iris is just sitting on a chair. I have no further commentary.
Now you're trying too hard.
Well, what do you want me to say?
Without a hint of lecherous intent, I am looking at Iris sitting on a chair. Is there something else I need to look at? Door? It's the door. It's a locker. It's more lockers. I'm assuming I talked to this chick again.
That QR code video.
The skirts are pretty short, yeah. It's for better leggy preview vision.
A similar video went viral about half a year ago.
The Bats 490 video. Supposedly people who saw it suddenly vanished.
Bats 490. Kizuna mentioned the same thing.
So, they say those who went missing were taken into another dimension. Yes.
And then you're still here. You're still here.
So did I.
Oh, you're crazy though. You're crazy.
But you two haven't disappeared.
That's because we haven't decoded it.
There's a code hidden inside Bats 490.
To the Shadow Realm.
They say the code reveals a specific location.
You have to go there to get taken into another dimension.
And the people who decrypted the code all said the same thing before vanishing.
I've learned the secret of the world.
But no one knows what that secret is.
Ah, what the frick are you?
Yenny, I told you to wait for me at the gate, didn't I?
How can you talk to that thing so calmly? As if that's normal. What the heck are you?
Yeah, but I got here a bit early.
What is wrong?
His name is Gen Ishiagane.
Oh, he's the guy that owns the restaurant. Remember that I am king of the Shadow Realm. Jesus Christ, the thing is everyone's in screaming in chat. Scary, that voice. He's kill it with acid. What? Why are you? How tall are you?
He's the owner of the fusion restaurant Brahman in Golden Yokocho. Though, I'm sure you already know that.
Yeah, I've been there many times. But why is Gen here?
Ah, if it isn't Mr. Ryuki. Are you here to investigate that case by any chance?
Yes?
Yes. I was talking to Iris about it.
Why is this their introduction of this guy? Like so calmly. Oh, Genny. Like as if this face is normal. As if it's normal for this face to come in and stare at you. Spoon would break his neck trying to look. Why he look like he gonna take off his shirt? I don't know about that. Like how do you say? Masked wrestler? Just rip. And at the school too. Yeah, at the school too. But thank goodness it's not a school day. Lucha Libre.
I also watched the quiz show last night. Several people I know were on it.
You make me uncomfortable, sir. Why are you here?
I drove here to pick up Amame and Iris.
Aw, you've got a unicorn on your pants.
I need them to help out at work tonight.
Are you shadowing for another work? You just told me you work at the Sunfish Pocket, and then this guy's another restaurant. You work double job?
Oh, I'm sorry, Genny. Something came up.
Oh, I see.
This poor guy drove all the way over here to pick up these chicks to work for him. And she's like, sorry, no can do, sir. And he's like, oh, I drove all the way here. I left my restaurant unattended because I thought I was going to get some help tonight. But I guess my workers are bailing on me. Couldn't even bother to tell me. They have perfectly functioning phones.
I'm free, though.
Oh, okay. I guess it's not that bad. But I get the crazy one. Call the Ghostbusters. He looks like if his name would be technically... Wait. He looks like if his name would be technically be on a cert... Oh. Poor scary man.
I I can still help.
That'd be great.
You two are close with Gen, huh?
Yeah. We're just a big ol' happy threesome.
But how did you meet him? How are you a big ol' happy threesome? And what do you mean you're the threesome? What about the other chick we just met? Mizzy? Izzy? What's her name? Kizzy? What about Kizzy? You'd think that you would say that statement with you, Iris, and Kizzy. But no, you say that statement, you're a threesome with this guy? You're a threesome with this guy? Why are you a threesome with this guy when the other chick should be your three musketeer group? Or you could be a quadruplet? Quarter set. You could be a quarter set if you add Mizuki in there. But no. This guy is who you call your threesome? This is the guy that you call your threesome? What do you are you leaving out Kizzy? Are you really close friends with Kizzy? Where is the friendship? Where's the line? A certain list? Touchy offenders? Yeah, phrasing? Phrasing of what? The offender list? Spoon-fried bean? What? Not threesome? That's what she said. She says that they're a threesome. Being quick. Hide mobile. They're a threesome. Quartet. Yeah, they're a quarter set. Beko, please stop saying threesome. What? She just said it. She said they're a big old happy threesome. I guess you have to be big. Because he's big. It would have to be a big threesome. But does that mean he's old? How long have you guys known each other if you're old? If it's an old threesome. I still feel so bad that they're leaving out Kizzy for this.
That was a weird way to phrase it.
Oh, Thomas seems to agree with you guys. Also agree with me. What the frick? Why are you guys a threesome?
Amame visited Brahmin a lot, even back when it was in Yotsuya.
That doesn't mean keep saying. Beko, please continue game. Beko, please. What? Stop.
Once it moved to Golden Yokocho, I took Iris there.
Oh.
You've been to Brahmin too, Mr. Ryuki?
He frequents there with Date. And she'll be like, what? Date takes you there?
Of course. I've been there several times. Mr. Date took me there.
Mr. Date? So you must know Mr. Date too, Genny.
Oh my god, her face. She's like super excited. You know Date?
I've known him for a long time. We're so close, we've seen each other's buttholes.
What? You shouldn't say that. She's kind of like his, how do you say? Undesignated child.
Wow, what a small world.
She wanted to see his butthole. She was interested in him in the last game. WTF. You guys told me to keep going. This is what you got. This is what you got. Adoptive father. That's what I was looking for. Yeah. Gen gets around. The frick did he say? Yeah, guardian.
Is she really going to ignore the butt part?
Apparently so. No, she's ignoring it because she also wanted his butt. This game is oddly very aware of itself in the comments and dialogues that it puts in. It makes self-commentary on itself. It knows it did the WTF statement and it calls itself out on it. What? Were you able to get in easily?
Oh, are you asking because I'm wearing this mask?
Yeah.
It was fine. The security for this school is practically non-existent.
That's not reassuring.
There are tons of places on the grounds without any fences or security cameras.
That's very concerning.
So you didn't walk in through the front gate?
I couldn't have, dressed like this. A guard would have stopped me.
For all the right reasons. So you do this on the frequent? You do this on a regularly? You avoid cameras and securities on a regularly? Why are you dressed like this? He could be in your school right now. Oh my god. Master school infiltrator. Why do you do this? Who? All the say-so is gone? What? Where? Because I said Iris wanted Date's butt? She did. She was demanding to play Shovel Forge with him all that entire game. Ow! It's a funny little hobby. No one gets hurt. What? Breaking into schools? You know, you're right. You're right. I try to break into schools to see if I could still fit in with all of the other schoolers. I'm trying to see if I still look like if I still could be mistaken for like a high schooler. I think I've even gone to... I try to go see like old teachers and stuff like that. And it's weird, right? Sometimes there was one time I went and like everyone was shorter than me and I was like, what the frick? And then there was another time I went and everyone was taller than me. What is with the growth spurts? Why is it like different seasons? It's like the herds, they're taller or shorter. And I'm just like, why do some of these high schoolers look older than me? Like they look like middle-aged like adults. And then another times where I went and then it's like, why do these high schoolers look like middle schoolers? Why aren't they eating? Stealth 100. Oh my god. Every single thing over the last 4 minutes? What? What is this game? Teens doing impromptu dancing in restaurants, creepy guys staring creepily and offering marriages, X-raying lewd femur bones, talking about threesomes and b-holes, and now a creepy guy in a weird suit sneaking into a school. It is, as you can imagine, quite obscure. How do you do, fellow teens? How do you do, fellow teens? Nothing odd about this. I'm just an inconspicuous fellowling like you. This game has a criminal... There's a reason he always wears the mask. Why? What's the reason? I'm scared. He would scare people if he took it off? Can you find... This scares me now. What do you mean? Without the mask would scare me? This scares me now. Could you find something a little less creepy? And a little less teeth? And a little less bug eyes? What? You'll see you later? Oh no. Oh, don't say that. How scary is this? I'm very scared. I get easily scarred. Oh no. Like, just call him ugly without the extras. I haven't seen him without his mask myself, but that's what he said. He's probably like really handsome, right? What if he's really handsome? Supposedly it's something he was born with. He got called a monster when he was a kid. Oh, that's sad. That's sad to be called a monster when you're a kid, but also if you're that scary, why did you make yourself this burly too? I once saw a 6-foot middle schooler. I could tell because I saw him walk out to school with a backpack and Bean was shocked. Whoa. Oh, 6-foot middle schooler? That's so tall for a middle schooler. Why? What they eat? But he has such a happy face. I don't know about that. That face looks like he's gonna eat me. He got burly so he could beat up the... Oh yeah, that's true. He could beat up the bullies. Airsofted with a 6'8" 14-year-old when Spoon was 16. That's so tall. What are you guys eating? Why did they give me the x-ray for her, but they don't give me the x-ray for him? Why can't you x-ray his face?
You're more than welcome to visit anytime.
But I go there to do the drinking with Date. How have I not had any of your food? How has he not had any of the food if he goes there drinking?
Genny's cooking is amazing.
Everything he makes is so good. My tongue could fall right off. Personally, I think his place and Matsushita Diner are competing for the #1 spot.
Oh. Well, Ota's significantly younger than you, I would assume. I'm assuming. I'm only assuming. So, he's got time.
Come on now. Don't compare my restaurant with a place like that.
Oh, he's greatly offended.
The cooking there was superb when Takiro was still the man behind the chef's knife.
Oof. Once for my little brother's elementary school graduation, I saw a girl in the 4th grade who was nearly your height, 5'7". What? 4th grade? Oh my god. That's so tall. Tall people have to look down a lot because everyone is short. Apparently Ota cooks good or decently. Being as portable, yes. Ota's dad is the good cook.
But now it's his son Ota running things. He doesn't know the first thing about cooking.
Obviously, he needs to get trained by you.
His dishes are missing the most important condiment.
Condiment, he says. What? What's the condiment? You're just gonna gloss over
we
that?
got enough info here for now.
What's the condiment? What's the condiment? What's the condiment? We're just gonna gloss over that? I'm sure you canonically... Wait, who? Me? Me? You asking me? How tall am I? I'm canonically... Wait. Spoon, what the frick? You got the numbers reversed. I was about to agree with Spoon. Because I'm just like, yeah, it looks about right. I'm like, wait a second. No. It's the other way around. I am... canonically 5'3". Thank you very much. He's talking about blood. The blood, sweat, and tears probably ran stressing. 3'5". It's okay. I thought you were being joking.
Ryuki, wanna get going?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
I gotta get out of here. Why are you giving me this again? Eyeballies. Every 20 minutes, eyeballies will ask you a question. What do you mean, eyeballies? The more you answer, the more they grow. This is Tamagotchi. If an eyeballie becomes an adult, as a result, you will get many eyeballs as a reward. Excuse me? Get notifications when a character asks a question? Yeah. In any scene, sure. Turned eyeballies question notification on. You can get notification on any scene. Can you answer more questions so I can become an adultie? Yes. What direction do you like? I like left. Oh. I really don't carry. Infant. Name. Aibai. Thinking of next question. We'll wait 20 minutes. Okay. Shadow, stop bullying Bean. What did Shadow say? Hey, those centimeters matter. Those centimeters matter. Those centimeters are important. That's why sometimes I'm just like, yeah, 160 centimeters. Rough about 160 centimeters. Whatever the extra bits are. But I think 150, if you like translate it, it's like 5'2". So I think it's like 162 centimeters. They matter, okay? Howdy.
Wait, you're the director of that quiz show, Chimpe?
Excuse me?
You got a problem with that?
You were participating in your own show? Is that why Iris was requested? Because you wanted to participate with Iris?
No, but...
I told you, he got out.
Huh?
He's making an honest living as a civilian these days. Ain't that right?
That's right, boss.
Stop calling me that. You're not a member of the gang anymore.
Why do you leave
My
group?
girl is a baby on the way right now.
Ah.
So we decided to get married, but her parents wouldn't approve of it. Said they wouldn't let me have their daughter unless I got out of the business. I agonized over the decision. So much that I could only eat 2 slices of pizza instead of the usual 3.
Oh snap, they cut down on his pizza intake. I know what that's like. Junpei's gonna be a dad. Yeah.
What a man has to do, what a man has to do, right? So, I made up my mind to talk to the boss about it. But before I could...
Oh, I get it. Then I'll try asking him for you.
And Moma listened to Iris.
What? I didn't have any ulterior motives, so don't get it twisted.
Momo's just like, oh yes, of course, Iris.
I came to say thanks to the boss for yesterday. I was thinking of going to Akiba, and this place is on the way.
Why Akiba?
Well, I need to stop by a maid cafe.
Oh ho ho.
Maid cafe?
Yeah, it's called Sunfish Pocket.
A double oh ho ho.
My girlfriend works there.
Triple oh ho ho, the plot thickens.
I actually used to attend a vocational school to learn about film. I wanted to be a porn director.
Oh my. Now he's gonna starve? Why? What? What's going on?
I use the connections I got there to reach out to a production company for online shows, and I was promoted to director right away. Supposedly, the last director ran away, so they really needed me to take his place.
Yeah, but some random person?
We didn't have enough people. The quiz show needed 3 teams of 2 to answer questions. We tried hard, but couldn't get together that last team. I had no choice but to participate myself, so I invited the boss to go with me.
And Moma agreed to participate?
Yeah, because Iris was there.
Well, you know, it was a request from one of my precious underlings, after all.
I convinced him by saying Tessa would be there too. Then he agreed right away.
Everybody knows. What is this game? It's a game. It's like visual novel. Make a Jav? What do you mean? Maybe he'll make a Jav? What is Jav? You guys stop arguing about cute. Bean, you're adorable. Get over it. Maybe rated M? What's rated M? You can't make something final to spoof? You can't even reach his head? Adult? Oh! V? OAV? Wasn't there an acronym that used to be used for something and then it changed? Like OVAs? OVAs or AOVs? AOVs? 今度は The boss has spoken. Bean is not cute. Bean, unless you're going to prove otherwise, it's you're guilty until proven otherwise. I'm sorry. That's just the way the system works. Don't argue. Original animation video, that's what it was, right? Original animation video, but then it was changed. Is it OVA or OAV? And then I got confused, and one of them means like something adult video. Yeah, Bean can argue all she wants. She could just be screaming at a wall, though. Bean could be screaming at a wall. Doesn't matter. Bean's still guilty until proven otherwise.
Sorry, but I haven't found anything that might be a lead.
What about the rest of the staff?
They'll probably tell you the same thing.
The detectives from HQ have already questioned the rest of the staff. Their report is uploaded on the database. 0 clues. There isn't any information that could help us at all.
Uh-oh. Bean has a following. Bean's getting stalked. Beanstalk. Beanstalk stalks the nature, but Bean herself is getting stalked by humankind. Beanstalk the stalk. Stalk the beanstalker? Stalk the beanstalker. Beanstalk. That should be Bean's following. Beanstalks. The beanstalks. Hey, welcome, beanstalks. Welcome. Welcome to the Bean Show. Beanstalks are rising today. That's right. Beanstalks are going up and up and up and up, and it looks like the Q factor is just going through the roof. Will it ever end? I don't believe so. The numbers just keep going up. There's no way it'll tank. No absolute freaking way. You better invest now, because it's just gonna get higher. OVA, original video animation. Ah. Oh, but what's this? It's going even, it's soaring even higher because there's the new Bean, new addition to the Bean family. It's the new release, latest, for those that are interested, we've got the little toe beans. Do you like the feetles? Well, look here, we've got toe beans from the beans. Get it now while it's still hot, beanstalkers. You like your bean dip? Dip into one of these bean dips. Become a beanstalker now. Bean is getting bullied. You put yourself out there. Wait, how did that even start? How did that even start? Buy the bean dip? Toe beans for my toe fiends. Beko is best salesperson. Crap, what? I didn't read that. But it wasn't the same contestants the whole time. They were supposed to swap out every hour. Our appearance was slated for 9 p.m.
I wouldn't know anything about the others.
Ah.
I already turned in the list of contestants to the cops. Why don't you try hitting them up one by one?
Unsolicited cute calling. Unsolicited cute calling. It's okay, Bean. I know what it's like. I don't accept being called cute either. I say I'm not cute. I'm uncute. Uncute. But cute's in the name. But I'm uncute. It's like the reverse Uno cute card. Reverse the Uno cute card.
The other detectives already took care of that a while back.
Beck is cute, so deal with it. No, I think you missaid. You mean uncute. Bean shall now cry in a corner. They'll be cute tears. No, that's so mean. Don't cry in a corner, Bean. I have a friend that always likes to go to the corner too. Bad things happen in the corner. You should probably stay here with us.
No clues there either. There haven't been any reports of suspicious individuals.
Didn't he just say so earlier?
I want to hear it from you, buddy.
It is what it is. Yeah, I didn't take his finger or anything. We're not doing any of that outdated cutting off your finger.
Ah!
Spoomf underscore the underscore immortal decreased 100 brain cells. Spoomf meant what Spoomf said. Beko and Bean are cuties regardless of personal opinion, and denying it only makes Beko and Bean cuter. Rosado smug, Rosado smug, Rosado smug.
It's like... I get it now. It is like being bullied. Bean's community is the Bean Pyre? Bean Pyre? Bean Pyre? Bean Pyre? Bean Pyre? Bean Pyre? Bean Stalkers. I'm not gonna join Bean's community unless I am known as a Bean Stalker. I wanna be the one Bean Stalker out of the whole Bean Pyre. Bean took damage, I know. Bean the salad. Okay, listen. If Bean doesn't want to get attention, you guys stop bullying Bean. If Bean just wants to enjoy themselves, just lay off Bean. Stop it.
After all, the Kumakuras are a gang with morals.
Sounds like an oxymoron. Like a vegan zombie.
Darn, you can't x-ray this.
I'm pissed about the case, too. That co-appearance was like a dream come true, and the whole show was ruined. I'd love to get my hands on the bastard responsible.
A dream come true?
The boss and Tessa got to...
Got to what?
Shut it! Anyway, I'd love to help you with your investigation and all. But unfortunately, I don't have any info that might be useful to you. I don't know what to tell you.
Be the bean to my burrito, the beans to my beanbag chair, the bean to my jelly beans. Whose beans jelly? Aye! Pay attention to me! Pay attention to me! Ah! Excuse me. Pardon? Who's the Beko? God damn it. I'm not cute. Flat out lie. It's adorable. What do you mean? Me pouting here like a brat? So unrefined. Such unrefined behavior. Uncouth. Uncouthed. You only see cute person named Bean. Welcome to the Bean Street. God damn it. Ow! Ow! Bean is now the owner of the stream. I'm putting the Gundam away. Ow! That's what you get. I put on the Gundam for you. This is what I get. I put on the Gundam. Wagyu, boo, whatever. Star of the Bees show. No, forget it. Yeah. You know. Where's my ceiling? Where's my ceiling? Screw this.
Did you see any suspicious people hanging around the studio, for example?
Suspicious people. I guess the only one who comes to mind is Kameji.
Kameji? You mean...
Yeah, Andy's Kameji, the host. Supposedly he has connection to the Yakuza. I'm not talking about our group, of course. It's just something I heard at a meeting with the street bosses.
Wow. Suspicious people hanging around. What? Allah!
Spoomf_the_ immortal decreased 100 brain cells. Beko is the most adorable to ever adorable. So come back peas Rosado sad Bekoj sad yuzu uppies.
メッセージをお願いします。
Haram. Cause you hanging around upside down? Haram. Shadow calling me sus. Haram. You're lucky I don't have my mallet set up yet. Why is Beko upside down? I was pouting. I was pouting in my ceiling. My ceiling hatch. Too much bully. The game called me sus? Aww. Okay, I sit back down. I sit back down.
Word is he's involved in some dangerous transactions. Though that might not have anything to do with last night.
That's it.
Kameji has connections with the Yakuza? Could it be true?
Let's figure that out later. You need to gather intel for now.
Got it. Then let's go somewhere else.
See ya. Last place. This one's for Komeiji, I'm assuming. Oh. Has it been cleaned up?
Shoma, my little boy, he's in elementary school. One day I wake up, go to the bathroom mirror, and I have writing on my forehead. It must have been Shoma. He had been learning letters in school recently. Anyway, he writes, Death Tub. And I'm thinking, Death Tub? Is that what he meant? Is he trying to tell me something? Then Shoma saw my face and started busting out laughing.
He's Minecraft. Yeah, he's a Steve Minecraft.
And I was thinking, what's so funny? That's when I realized, when you see Death Tub in the mirror, God of Energy, Inti, Pachaka Max!
What? It's... What? He wanna join Roblox so badly.
Another story about Shoma.
He wasn't gonna get to the part where he's explaining that what was written on his head was actually butthead.
One day I got a call from school and a rather heavy-set vice principal told me, "Your Shoma called me a pig of all things." I apologized, then gave Shoma a talking to. "Listen here, Shoma. Don't you ever call the vice principal that again." He said, "Okay, I won't call the vice principal a pig anymore. But it's okay if I call a pig vice principal, right?" I say, "Sure, why not?" So then as the kid is leaving, he says, "I'm sorry. Can I go play with my friends now, vice principal?"
Wow.
God of Energy, Inti, Pachaka Max!
least the eyeball's getting a kick out of it.
Are you finished?
Well, you're the only one here. You're Mr. Ryuki from the Metropolitan Police Department, right? You came here to talk about what happened?
Where does the square go? Right, the circle hole. I actually did that. I was hanging out with a Bobby and playing with the Bobby toys, and it had a bunch of shapes, and I was grabbing a bunch of objects. Where does the triangle go? That's right, in the circle hole. Where does the duck go? That's right, in the square hole. Where does the letter R go? Correct, in the square hole. Amma. I ruined that baby's sense of shape? What do you mean? I'm teaching them to be, to have ingenuity with their thinking. To be creative and have ingenuity. And to think outside the lines. And to not be cookie cutter or stuck inside the box. Okay? Abstract, thinking on your feet, learning. You know, adaptive, being versatile. You love that meme so much. Becca's a meme menace. You know, that's what the other person said that was with me. The other person that was watching me do this with the baby, they were like, oh my god, why? Why are you doing this? I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm teaching the baby to be a creative thinker. I'm an explorer. Yeah, teaching them to be creative. You approve of Beko's method, see? See? You don't want them to just be stuck inside the box. Think outside the box. It's hilarious how distraught the woman after. Is that guy okay? Hi, Mr. Dark Souls. He's alright.
Yes.
Then let's go somewhere else to talk.
We're gonna talk.
You prefer someplace quieter, right?
Yes. Let's go backstage. Little backstage. I was hoping...
the Ferris wheel?
Okay.
Well, why not?
Alone with a middle-aged man in an enclosed space?
Help! Help! Help me! He can't be okay. He's such a square. The BB needs to learn that one can always hack the universe on their own will. Yeah, see? The baby needs to know that if they put their mind to it, they are capable of anything. Where does the horse go? That's right, in the square hole. What do you mean I should never be left alone with a child? That's what the other person also said too. Stranger danger? Should probably feed the baby. No, I wouldn't. No, that salmon's for me.
This is not what I had in mind.
Oh. Has it been time? What is your preferred cacao ratio in chocolate? 100% is dark. 60% is dark. 30% is milk chocolate. 0% is white chocolate. 30%. 30% cacao. Milk chocolate. It's normally. Yeah. Thinking of next question. Sushi grade salmon. Yum, yum, yum. Square hole is just too OP. Yeah, exactly. Where does this penguin plushie go? This penguin plushie that's twice the size of this thingy. That's right. You scrunch it down and shove it in the square hole. Ow. He's so boring. He's such a square. Hello. Your clothes, it's the same. Are you okay?
Oh, this? It's my one and only stage outfit.
Oh.
This sharp little bow tie is the highlight. My boy bought it for me last year.
Aww.
Bow ties are somewhat unusual. Traditional ties are more common.
But you weren't wearing that tie last night, were you?
Was he?
Oh, I wasn't. I tend to take it off or put it on based on how I'm feeling.
Do you come to the stage a lot?
Yeah, the owner of the Misaton department store took a liking to me. He's given me the opportunity to appear several times now.
Then what are you doing still doing comedy skits out here? Nobody's watching you. He should think outside the box, absolutely. What? Secret call when she's in danger? Cacao? Cacao! Cacao!
Look, the ants are like people.
What? You mean the people are like ants?
It's the other way around. Wait, the other way around doesn't sound right either.
Why? The people are like ants?
I love Ferris wheels.
Why are you dragging us onto one?
I like anything that continuously spins around, actually.
Help. Help.
Plane propellers, washing machines, the beds at Love Hotel.
Help! 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 Help!
There used to be rotating beds at Love Hotels a long time ago.
What's the point of a rotating bed? Why would you need your bed to rotate? I would get seasick. Motion sick?
How do you know that?
Just like life, isn't it?
Ball? Where's the ball? Hit the ant with the magnifying glass? That's never worked for me. I've never ever gotten that to happen.
With its ups and downs. We rotate around the same places over and over.
He's kind of getting glazed.
Well, the beds at Love Hotels don't go up and down, though. Although, I guess they do, in a way.
What? Are there like piston pipe? Like, you know, the piston? What do you call it? The piston? What do you call them? Piston? Piston? Pressure? Pressure? Piston pressure? Under beds? To make it go up and down and spin around? Wait, can it do that? Like this airplane thingy? Where it goes spins around up and down? Or like a car, you know, like the car that does the bunny hops. What? Those use pistons too, right?
My boy is just like me, you know?
Shoma? You mentioned him on stage earlier.
Yes, he really loves this Ferris wheel too. He's almost in middle school and he still comes here by himself all the time. He talks like he's all grown up, but he's still a kid inside.
What do you mean? Pure? Wait, I don't... Well, the cars do go up and down. Bunny hop cars. Birds and the bees? There's a song for that, isn't there? I forgot which song, though. But yeah, birds, bees. Birds. Yeah.
With your love of Ferris wheels, I'd say you're still a kid on the inside, too.
You got a point there. You're probably right. He's right in the middle of his rebellious stage, so he's been a handful.
He's like the punchline of all of your jokes.
His mother hasn't been around for about 3 years now.
She went out to get a... Ah!
Bellitsala decreased 100 brain cells. Take my love, damn it.
Ow. I... Thank you, bless you. Barbara.
Was it a divorce?
No, she went to go get milk and never came back.
Yeah. She got sick of me and left the house.
Does this have to do with the Yakuza by any chance?
What? Where in the world did that come from?
Just something I heard. That you have gang connections.
That's complete nonsense. I'm just an ordinary comedian.
Fess up. We've got you surrounded.
Well, even if it was true, he wouldn't just admit it.
You know I'm a comedian now.
Yes.
But when I was in my early 20s, I was working as a regular company employee. I appeared on several quiz shows on the side and ended up winning first place many times.
On quiz shows? Allie. Are we starting this again? Are we starting this again? Are we starting this again? Guys, thinning my wire. You're a joke? Oh, your face. That's so sad. Why would you do that? You're making me salty, Shadow. You are. You are making me salty. I have half a brain cell to like time you out for like 10 seconds.
Komeiji was famous as a quiz king ever since he was a student. He even had worshippers who lauded him as the quiz god.
Thinking back, that may have been the peak of my life.
Watch it be like 10 minutes. I can't be the one in charge of the timeouts. I only have the one button timeout. If I do it, it's gonna be the 600 seconds.
Adored wherever I went, everyone buying me all sorts of things. Maybe I shouldn't have taken advantage of the situation like I did.
Uh-oh. How did you take advantage?
I was so enamored by the glamorous celebrity life.
That?
I've always loved comedy, so I strived to become a comedian.
Uh-huh.
But after that, well, it's just as you saw on that stage.
Dry as milk.
I wonder why there wasn't an audience. It was so funny.
It was so funny. Yes.
Ah, I haven't told you yet, have I?
No.
The producer for that show knew about me from my Quiz King days.
Uh-huh.
He thought I could tell all sorts of anecdotes and gave me an offer to host the show.
Uh-huh.
Ah, right. Sorry for calling you Team Popo back then. It was in the script. Didn't really have a choice.
Oh. By the way, Iris and Mizuki were called Team Lemniscate, and Moma and Chimpei were called Team Yakuza. Interesting. What do you say? What do you say? Typecasting? Typecasting?
I'm sorry. I have no idea what happened.
You didn't see anything?
I was just invited there and hosted the show as requested. Then, that body suddenly appeared.
Beko, a bully? What am I a bully of? What did I bully? What am I a bully of?
Did you know Jin, the victim?
I've never met him. I do know he was hated for his extreme narcissism and ego.
What did I bully? What did I do? Oh, for the fish. That wasn't bully. That was a business transaction. I was how do you say? I was obligated the transaction had been done.
If I had to guess, the motive was probably a grudge. Someone must have had a grudge against him and did that.
I was obligated once the transaction was done. I can't return fish. Fish can't be returned. Paying attention? I'm bullying you guys to pay attention to me? You don't have to. If you don't want to be here, you don't have to be here. You don't have to be here. Go eat.
Ah, does it?
A little.
A lot is more like it. Komechi's blood alcohol level is 0.12%. The early stages of inebriation.
You're drunk. Have a Don Lit? A lot. Or a Don Lit? Yeah. Against Boom's will. Hey, it was against my will too. You did it, so I was obligated to. Bean, if you don't go eat, I'm gonna time you out. So that you have to go eat. Beko guilt tripping us. Don't seriously. You don't need to be here if you don't want to be here. It's okay. If you find other people more amusing, that's fine. It's okay. Go for fish. Yeah, for fish.
I just couldn't get over what happened last night and ended up drinking too much. I wanted to forget about everything. I had to drink.
Bean's gonna kill Bean? I don't know, have a rice ball? Small bit of rice? Or just go to sleep. Go to sleep. If you can't eat and it's too late at night, just go to sleep. And then wake up earlier and you'll be hungry. And then go eat then. Bean's dad? Go sleep. Sleep is for the weak? Without eating, you'll be weak.
Sorry I couldn't help, Mr. Ryuki. I wish you luck with the investigation. I'm rooting for you. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Something drastic is gonna happen. Reverse psychology for what? Crap! Crap! I should have saved!
You're going back to Abyss?
Yeah. I want to reorganize the information I have so far.
This is a really fancy vehicle. What the heck? Date didn't have this kind of fancy wheels. What the heck?
Then why don't you just do it in this limousine?
Please? Please for what?
Oh, right. I guess I could.
Oh, hello. I can save. Yes, please. Yes, please. Save. Are you ready for 5 minutes? 5 whole freaking minutes. Can we talk? Evaluation? You can check your evaluation by performing certain actions during the story. Achievements will be unlocked and your inspector rank will go up. Oh my god, there's ranking I have to worry about? Oh my god, there's prizes I have to worry about? Ah! Ah! Wake up from your dream, enlightenment? Oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god. What the frick? Oh no. Let's dress up. I saw cat ears. I saw cat ears. You know I gotta put that on.
Wow, I like you a lot.
Ah, crap. Remember, we turned her yandere by telling her that we wouldn't leave her. How do you do?
Tama? A little annoyed, frankly.
Why? What's wrong? What's wrong? Why are you annoyed?
It's fine. Dress me as you please.
What do we got? What do we got? No new outfit?
This makes me...
No new outfit.
This is the face I made.
We're gonna do none. But we will see if we can put the cat... Where's the cat ears?
It's a mask.
Where's the cat ears? I'm not crazy, right? I thought I saw... I thought... Fine, you get...
Yeah. Shark... It's a mask that makes... Shark movies aren't really horror. They're based...
There we go. Eat the boba. There you go.
Worried about money?
I want money. That right there, whatever.
You're messing around, right? You don't really have worries, do you?
That's right.
Oh, really? You have no worries. Why did you come here?
I had nothing better to do.
Ah. Did you solve the HB case already?
Absolutely not.
You should prioritize that first.
Oh my god, look at her scary face. Ah, wah, wah. Where's the traffic? It's a big city, yeah. Yandere Tama. Who's the mommy? Eat what? Yeah. We put shark on the booba lady.
Get back to the investigation.
Oh my god. I'm sorry. Has it been 5 minutes? Can we talk to our Tamagotchi? 2 minutes. 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Flowchart, evaluation, menu. Information that's not important to us. Keys and information. Person 6 years ago. Person's present. Oh my god, we will be bouncing back and forth. We're gonna be trying to solve the murder twice. We're solving the murder twice. Oh, trivia. Trivia? Oh, that trivia. That's not trivia. That's not I can answer fun trivia. What's the appendix? Oh. Finger cutting. A custom common among Yakuza. Cutting off your own finger symbolizes reflection, protest, and apology. Eyeball, X-ray, evolver, forensics. Gandharva. Indian mythology. That one we got right. That one was trivia. German suplex. A pro wrestling move in which you grab someone around their waist and throw them backwards, which can turn into a bridge and can then lead to a 3 count. The name is derived from a certain pro wrestler supposedly from Germany who used this throw. Oh, wow. Tamagotchi? Tamagotchi? Wake up! Wake up! 6 seconds! 3, 2, 1. What do you think of I? The game? Or Iba? Amazing! Or useful? Amazing. I think I is cute. It's amazing. Not really. What do you mean not really? Oh! Name Mizuki. I became a childy. Tell me Mori. Tamagotchis kind of scare me, if I'm being honest. Tamagotchis scare me. Okay. Yes. Yes. Avoir. Shadow be trolling. Shadow is trolling hard tonight. Shadow's trolling hard tonight. Wow. What is going on? Anyway, so thank you. I don't know how much progress I got done tonight, but at least we got through all of those locations. At the very least, we got to see a lot of weird things. We saw a lot of weird people. We got a lot of weird dialogue. So a lot happened. I don't know how far though, how much progress I've made. How much progress. Tomorrow I'm streaming again. I'm gonna be trying to finish. Going to bread? I'm going to bread. Guess what? What? Menace mode engage? I know. What am I guessing? Ah! You broke the audio. Oh god! Sick! No! No! Ah! God! No!
Oh, tea cakes!
Shadow, hello. Oh, Rubba-dub-dub, thank you so much. Ah! For the gifted sub, you are the Waylord in the tub. Oh, god damn it! It should not have thrown any whales at me. Why did it throw whales at me? It should not have thrown... Oh no, wait, it did throw whales at me because you did do the gifted sub. I was just like, wait a second. I've been cleansed. Congratulations on the 6 months. Congrats. Congratulations. Let us see. Who's rateable? Who's rateable? Pudding's doing some more Minecraft. Pudding's been putting a lot of hours into Minecraft. Oh god! I attack Beko at any opportunity with love, salt, wagyu, boop, donla, and tea. Thank you. It is much appreciated. All the appreciation. Let us find someone new. Fresh and brand new. Raid Beko, she's a VTuber? Really? Oh wow. You mean the Turkish kitchen appliance company? They made their own VTuber? Company VTuber? Brand ambassador? What does that look like? Can we raid the official? Do they ever stream? Do they? Do they ever stream? I don't even think they stream. Is Beko going to raid void us again? I'm hoping not. I hope I don't. That's... I sure hope not. Wow, this is an amazing flesh tuber on here. Finally, affiliate, your hot diabetic something 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 gets cut off. Oh wait, here we go. Your hot diabetic goth girlfriend needs help on her homework. Oh, I see. I know, right? That title. Why? Why? Oh, whoa. Oh, whoa. Also intrigued. We're not raiding a flesh tuber. We're not raiding a flesh tuber. Am I goth? I have the capacity. I went through a phase where I wore visual K clothes. And I do have trip pants. I have one pair of trip pants. And a lot of black lace and black stuff. So I wouldn't say that I'm a goth, but I have the capacity to wear such attire. Out of all the Bekos on Twitch, you are the most popular. There's only one. The competition slim pickings. Send Spoonf name in DM maybe, please. You really want to see this? You want to help your diabetic goth girlfriend out with their math homework? Gothic Lolita? That's true. I do have a lot of Gothic Lolita clothes. That's true. Spoonf is curious. I already passed them. They're in the 20s. I think they had 26 viewers. So if you click on the Vtuber tag and scroll down and see a flash tuber that's asking for homework, and they've got a rough estimate of 26 viewers, that's your gothic girlfriend right there. That's your gothic girlfriend. I didn't pay attention to the name. I scrolled so far. Oh, this person's doing art. I think my issue is that I keep getting allured by the artists in the VTuber community. You know what I found out? Do you guys remember that I used to raid Byakuyon, right? I used to raid Byakuyon a lot, but I haven't been able to raid them lately. And it's because they've been streaming a lot later. They've been streaming significantly later than usual. I get the notifications on my phone. They've been streaming at like 2 a.m. for me. So I can't raid them anymore. You guys want it too? Oh my god. You guys all want it? Why do you guys want to help this goth girlfriend with her homework? I can't draw. I cannot draw. Nope. 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 Drawing. I can doodle. I can doodle. Doodle. Too big to raid. Would be full-scale invasion. A full-scale invasion. How small do we want to go? I have someone on here. Oh, I am so small. I'm so far down the list. I finally just got to me. Oh, this one's also drawing. I think it's hard for me to pick the ones that are actually gaming. Everyone finished Stray already. Everyone's already like messaging like, oh, they finished Stray. Short game is short game. What is this? She needs help with math. Beko, you are Asian. Should you not help them? I'm also Asian. You think I do it for free? Oh, this one's kind of cute. Red panda. There's a shark. Free work? Tell that to any Asian. They look at you and be like, excuse me? You save a penny here, you save a penny there, then you have 2 pennies. Then you can go and take your 2 pennies, save another penny, and then eventually when you save 100 pennies, then you can have a whole dollar with that 100 pennies. Well, you know what you can do with a whole dollar? Well, back in the day, you used to be able to buy from the dollar menu at McDonald's. Not anymore. Dollar menu doesn't exist because of inflation. Doesn't exist. You know what you can do with the whole dollar? You can fold that into origami. That's what you can do with a friggin' whole dollar. Then you can frame that, and then you can wait like 5 years. You can wait 5 years for that whole dollar to just be worth maybe another $1.25, because that dollar was printed maybe like, what, 50 years ago, and you didn't pay attention to the date, but now it is super valuable because there are those people that like to collect the bills, the old vintage money. That's why you go to the bank, right? You get the box of pennies. You get it for like the $25 box. Then you go to all the pennies, and I believe you have to look for the pennies that were minted before, or what is it, 78? Collect and keep those pennies. Some people like to collect those. Something about it being more copper than what it is now. What? Wait, you can be Asian for free? No. What? It's like you called her child special. Let's help the goth. What is going on? My accent is so perfect. I am Asian. Well, granted, I don't speak any. Unfortunately, I didn't grow up bilingual. Well, here's an artist. We go rate this artist. What do you sound like? What do you do? What do you do? This one is kind of cute. But this one is doing art. We want to look at the art. Art is cute. Cute art. They're playing the music. Okay, we go read this person. They are doing the art. I need to stop. I'm sorry. I don't really have an... Oh god. I felt that. I felt that accent inflection come out. I don't really have an accent. Since I'm not bilingual, I don't really have an accent. Or at least I don't think I do. I don't know what dialect you can say that I have. American. American. I have the real American accent right here. If you know what I'm saying. America. No native language, I know. Native language is cute. Bekonese, guys. Bekonese. Have you guys been working on your Bekonese? That's an actual thing. You guys have been catching on to the linguo? Linguo? Linguo. You have an accent by default? What is it? Pacific dialect. Wait, you can hear that? You can hear that? There's like the hard Chinese, and then there's the fresh off the boat fob accent. You have a North American accent? We have like 8 accents in us in the US. Yeah. There's so many different accents, but like you guys have a hard time figuring out where I'm located based off of the things that I say, like hootenanny and stuff like that. I say a lot of like different lingos. I say like, oh, Jake, or that you just joshing it. It's Spoonf accent, of course you can. Spoonf, what do you mean Spoonf's accent? Pacific? Pacific dialect? You can hear that? How can you tell? I thought for a second, I thought you meant like Pacific Islander accent. Ow! That sounded like bikinis? What bikinis? Dialect is different than accent. Pacific accent. Teaching us bikinis? No, Bekonese. Bekonese, guys. Bekonese. That's an actual thing. When you guys were talking, I assumed you guys were talking about the birds and the bees. I assume you guys were talking about shiggy higgy. That's a Bekonese language. That's a Bekonese word right there. Shiggy higgy. Not a dialect. Am I from China? No. I'm not from China. I'm second generation. I'm ABC, guys. I am American born Chinese. ABC. Bekonese. Bekonese. Bekokini. Anyway, goodbye, guys. Good night.